I guess technically it is over. All right, we weighed ourselves this morning. We are on day 9 of 30 days of perfection. I've lost 14.4 pounds so far, and really hoping to get down. Total I've lost actually a little over 80 pounds total, but since I started this 9 days in, 30 days of perfection, we are down 14.4 pounds with another, which put me at 222.4, and I want to drop down to 210 by the end of the month, and then maybe eventually 205. Kind of see. I want to drop down to 10 to 20 or 10 to 12% body fat. All right, let's get going. I always warm up with shoulders the same way every time. Warm up the rotator. Move this over here. There's always a glare and it drives me crazy, guys. Just for my lights above. Okay, so we're going to start out with some solid shoulder press. Get those delts working. So if you haven't done so already, there's 2 of y'all beautiful folks in here. Double tap that screen, hit that like button. Show some love, I would appreciate it. This tilted up. There we go. Let's try it this way. Guys, we got 7 of y'all beautiful folks on here. Double tap that screen. Hit that like button. Show some support. Just a fat guy out here trying to lose weight, get in shape, and look, best shape of his life into his 40s. I'll be 40 this year, guys. That's crazy. I'll be 40 years old here in April. I've lost 80 pounds total so far. I was 303. And now I'm like 222.4 as of this morning. So just going to continue grinding it out. We're on day 16. What up, Peter? We're on day 16 we're on day 9 of 30 days of perfection. Perfect diet, 65 minutes of cardio 6 days a week, and lifting weights 5 days a week. Hello, I'm new to your stream, and I just wanted to say, seems like you need to drink more water. I don't mean mean and rude, but no, my face isn't bloated. My face is actually sunk in because I was super fat. And so everything's starting to tighten up now. So that's what happens when you abuse your body, you gain a bunch of weight, and then you start to lose it. Like I was 303 a little over a year ago, and I've lost roughly 80 pounds total. So thanks, Peter. I appreciate that. That was very nice of you. Trump Daddy, that's a funny name. What's up, Craig? Welcome back, buddy. Welcome in, Olivia. You guys haven't done so already, double tap that screen, hit that like button. And again, thank you so much, Peter, for that gift. I truly, truly appreciate it. That was very, very nice of you. All right, guys, let's get this next set in. Oh, thanks for today. I appreciate that. You guys keep double tapping that screen. Your last name's McCain. Oh, hey, Trinity. Welcome in. So Craig, actually, I finished my meal. Again, same thing every day. I had rice, chicken, and broccoli before I came down here. And then I'll eat my eggs, 4 whole eggs, 2 egg whites, half cup of cottage, or full cup of cottage cheese, and then we'll finish up the night with a little bit of fruit. So same thing every day, roughly 1,900 to 2,100 calories. And we got these goals. It's crazy I didn't lift or work out yesterday. Yesterday was a normal scheduled day off and I ended up losing like almost 2 pounds. So obviously my body needed the rest. In the first 9 days of this 30-day of perfection, I've lost 14.4 pounds. So if I could do it, y'all could do it too. So Luigi, we don't really talk religion in here. It's a lot more light. Not that I'm religious or not. I just keep it light as to not offend anybody. Welcome up, Gusto. Welcome in. Hi, Caddy. How you doing? All right. Thanks for the subscribe. I appreciate that, guys. You got 17 of you beautiful folks. Double tap that screen. Hit that like button. Not bad. 115 for 12 overhead press. So we'll do 4 sets of overhead press, 4 sets of 12. I'll probably throw a 5 on there. I haven't done this much weight in a long time. So one of the hardest parts about cutting is losing strength. So I'm trying to do the best I can to continue to cut weight while not losing too much strength. Random user, I weigh 222. When I started this journey a little bit over a year ago, I was 303. My belly stuck out to here. My face was bloated. My chest hung down. Like, I was just ridiculous. So right now, this morning, I was 222.4 to be exact. And since I started my 30 days of perfection, I've lost 14.4 pounds in the last 9 days. And the only supplements I take right now is protein shakes and pre-workout. So like protein I order from Amazon and pre-workout I buy from like Walmart. So it's pretty cheap. So everybody keep tapping that screen and then share the live out to your friends. Truly appreciate it. Anybody that's looking to lose weight, looking for someone positive, supportive, I'd love to be there for you guys. Thanks guys. Double tap that screen, hit that subscribe. All right, let's add this 5 over here. All right, guys, I haven't tried this much weight in a while, so. Definitely not the reps I want, but close enough. Thanks, Try Hard. Appreciate that support. Damn good, man. Thanks, appreciate that, guys. So, 225 overhead press. I think, what I get, 6 or 7. So, keep pushing it. Yep, so right now, I am 222. I was sitting at 303. Fat heifer. Hated myself. Went down a slide. The weight limit was 280. And I actually hurt myself because I was overweight. And so it was at that moment, I was like, I gotta do better. I'm not over here on any injections, any GLPs, any tests, anything special. Just out here doing it the old-fashioned way. Eating super healthy, lifting weights heavy, and doing cardio. Just very, very old-fashioned. You got those same and so I love and1 shorts. You can get them at Walmart. Guys, one thing else you'll learn about me is I'm cheap. Like there's no need to buy $50 a pair of shorts, $40 pair of shorts. We can buy the same thing for $19 or $9.99. So I'm super cheap, and I love Walmart shorts. Not only that, but half the time I forget to bring clothes when I go to work. So I just buy clothes and then go to the gym. And then I was like, oh cool, now I have another pair of shorts. Biggest you've ever been. So the biggest, it's Vibe. The biggest I was 303. So the biggest I got was 303. It's 303 pounds. It was hard to get off the couch. It was hard to go to work. I was out of breath moving around. Like my stomach stuck out of here. I had to buy 2X clothes for everything. 2X clothes at a 40 size waist. All my shirts, my boxers were 2XL. Like, and everything was just miserable. Now I'm 222. I've lost 80 pounds, a little over 80 pounds. And my shorts are back down to larges. My boxers are larges. All my t-shirts are larges. I'm down to like a 40 or a 34 in pants. So if you want to put in the work and you want to do it, you will absolutely do it. But guys, we got 21 of y'all in here. Double tap that screen, hit that like button, and then hit that subscribe. Show some support. I would truly, truly appreciate that. What's your diet besides protein shakes? So I have a protein shake in the morning. That's the first thing I have. And then after that, my next two meals are rice, chicken, and broccoli. I like white rice. I don't like the texture of brown rice because most of the time I have to eat my meals cold. I'm a social worker, so most of my days I'm spent in the community. I don't have time to stop somewhere and warm it up. So I eat cold rice, cold chicken, cold broccoli, just because that's what's on the menu. Usually my wife meal preps for me for 3 days and then for 4 days. So it's just the same thing. So I have rice, chicken, and broccoli the next two meals. And then my last meal of the day is 4 whole eggs, 2 egg whites, and a cup of non-fat cottage cheese, which is your casein protein, which is perfect for the end of the day. And then after that, I have some kind of fruit. Blackberries, strawberries, blueberries. Ooh. I'm gonna send some fish. Oh yeah, I gotta start eating more fish, you're telling me. Pinto beans are the secret, yes, bland, but absolutely underrated protein. Rozrock, I swear sometimes I joke that I'm autistic or something, but I eat the same thing every day, roughly for the last 14 months. Like, once in a while I'll take a break from my diet and I'll go back to eating whatever I want. You know, I'll get some pizza, cheeseburgers once in a while. But once I lock in on my diet, like I eat the same thing every day and it doesn't bother me. Same thing, same time, same place, roughly every single day. And that's just how my brain works, and it works for me. So that's why I was telling everybody, the best way to diet is to meal prep. Take the time, meal prep. That way you know, breakfast I'm having this, lunch I'm having this, dinner I'm having this. Shut your brain off, don't think about it. So on Sunday meal prep, and then Wednesday, Thursday meal prep, and you're good for the week. Don't even have to think about it or even process it. You're killing it, bro. Keep up. Thanks, Tech. I appreciate that. So, heck yeah, I'm proud of the workout. I've been working out since the new year, and I don't know. I weighed about 245. Man, you got to keep it up. I'm telling you, like, keep it up, lock in, because the thing is, you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to do perfect. You don't have to do a perfect workout. Sometimes I go to the gym and I'm just like, man, I don't got it in me today, but I show up. And you're doing better every day you show up than the day that you sat on the couch. So even if you go in and you do 12 sets and you feel exhausted, you did 12 sets. Awesome, man. You're going to get stronger. Make sure you eat a little bit of protein. You're going to get stronger every single time. Half of working out is just showing up. Some curry. What's up, Random? What's up, Alex? Talk about your favorite architecture. I probably don't really have one. I'm big on yogurt. It is my last thing before bed. So yogurt's where it's at, man. Tech, yogurt is a casein protein, which if you know, casein protein is your slow digestive protein, which is perfect before bed because that protein stays in your system overnight. So I would encourage doing Greek yogurt, because obviously it's got more protein in it, less sugar. versus like a standard yogurt. But for me, I don't like the taste of Greek yogurt. I feel like it's gritty, so I do cottage cheese, which is essentially the same thing. High in protein, low in sugar, low in fat. So Greek yogurt, or I do a full cup of cottage cheese before I go to bed, roughly. Holy forehead. I got a big forehead? Well, I'm old and I got 2 receding hairlines. That's what happens when you have a couple kids and you work as a social worker. Your stomach. Thanks, Lab. It does. So, like I said, I've lost 14.4 pounds, guys, since I started this diet. 14.4 since I started my 30 days of perfection. We're on day 9. You jacked. Thanks, appreciate it. You guys are, I love the positive comments, guys. Double tap that screen. Everybody double tap that screen right now. Let's hit that like button. There's 30 of y'all beautiful folks in here. Show some appreciation. Let's see if we can get over 60 likes on the live tonight. I think we got 55 when we went live, what was it, Wednesday, guys? I took yesterday off. Yesterday was a scheduled in rest day. I truly appreciate and love all that support. You're on X game mode. I'm trying, I'm locked in, guys. I haven't been this locked in a long time. I mean, we're talking perfect diet, 1,900 calories a day to 2,100 calories, 65 minutes of cardio. If you guys all hang out long enough, you'll see me hop on the treadmill and I'll be exhausted, but I'll complete 65 minutes of cardio over 4.3 miles, usually is what a total is. We're getting the abs. We're gonna do abs today. So we're gonna be down here 2 hours, 2.5 hours today. So we gotta do shoulders, abs, and then cardio. So it's gonna be a minute. But you gotta be in it to win it. Buff, thanks Kish. Truly appreciate it, guys. We are up to 20 likes. That is absolutely amazing. One thing I learned about 8 reps, 3 sets for most exercises is like equilibrium. You build muscle and tone. So yeah, it all depends on what your goal is. Like for me, if you want to do powerlifting, you do heavy sets of 4. So my bench press, deadlift, and squats are heavy sets of 4. Everything else I do is sets of 12. So you have anaerobic exercises and aerobic. Aerobic means with oxygen, which usually means 15 to 20 reps. Anaerobic is usually you're anywhere from 4 to 12 depending on what you're doing. And you're really focusing on like the muscle. You're not quite using as much oxygen. Usually my heavy sets of 4, I hold my breath for most of them, especially on the bench press, because you want to hold your breath, push everything down, and then hold everything tight as you're pushing through. But everything else, I do sets of 20 or sets of 12 because again, I want to continue building the muscle while trying to lose the fat. So it's difficult to do, especially with the diet, the cardio, but I felt like I've kept a pretty strong physical physique, even though I've lost 80 pounds. Full body workout, nope. So we're just doing shoulder strap today. So arms days and shoulders and traps are what I call fluff and buff days. Your 3 main days are your back, bench, and leg day. Leg day is arguably my favorite. All right. I just slammed some Chick-fil-A with my kids, so now I have to smash a workout like you, brother. Yeah, man, absolutely. That's awesome. It's your birthday? Didn't we do this the other day, West Paul? You said it was your birthday. We sang you happy birthday. I could be wrong. How often do you plan on going live? I need the motivation daily. So usually I go live about 3 times. So I'll be live today, tomorrow, and then I'll go live on Friday or Sunday for cardio. So, but I've been trying not to work out. I have my little home gym here, but I've been trying to work out more in a public gym to kind of give myself a little bit more motivation to work out with other people. Like I have certain people at the gym that I don't know. They don't know me. I don't know them, but I know that they're going to show up. They know that I'm going to show up. And they know every single day I'm competing against them to see if I can lift more weights than them. And so I need that extra motivation. And when I'm down here in my basement by myself all the time, sometimes it's a little bit harder. But if you guys haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button. After you do, turn the alert on. Then every time I go live, it'll give you an alert on your phone. All right, guys, we've done 4 sets of overhead press. We've done 4 sets of, what do you want to call those, shoulder flies. We've done 1 set of front raises. So we'll probably do 3 to 4 sets of front raises and then move on to what's next after that. What do you do? So what do you weigh? Johnny, I weigh 222.2 right now, 222.4 right now. And when I started this 30 Day of Perfection, I was at 236.8. When I started my whole thing way back when, I was 303. So I try to focus now on the present. My 30 Day of Perfection, I've lost 14.4 pounds in 9 days. Just by following a perfect diet, cardio, exercise, and just kind of overall just doing what you're supposed to do. Lock in and show up. This is where I say discipline over motivation every single day of the week. Discipline, you show up because it's on the schedule. Motivation, you show up when you feel like it. Don't look too bad if I have to say so. But I want to get down to 210. You can see here, there's a significant amount of fat still here, extra skin. So my next goal is to focus on dropping down to 210 and then kind of seeing what I look like. After 210, then we'll kind of go maybe 205, 200, kind of see. My ultimate goal is obviously 10 to 12% body fat. I would love to eventually to do like a bodybuilding competition. I don't expect to win, but I've wanted to do one since my teenage years. And I was never in good enough shape. So even if I don't win, but I put in the work and walk on stage, I think that would be good enough for me for like a lifetime achievement. What do you do for your traps? So for me, I use what's called Versa grips. They're kind of like straps. So I wear Versa grips, and then you just go heavy. Get them up there, hold. I'll do traps here in a little bit. Actually, I have traps coming up here soon, and it's just heavy, hold. I do heavy sets of 12. Usually I have 380 pounds on the bar for sets of 12. You know, I might not get a lot of movement in some of them, and then usually then I'll go wide, and I'll do a wide set of pull. So usually I do 6 to 8 sets of trap once a week. I'm at 213. How tall are you? So another thing is I'm 6'3". So 6'3", 222 isn't overly bad, but I'm still, like, I know I'm still fat. 9% on the inbox scan. Nice. Gosh, would I love to have an OnlyFans. Wait, can I say that on here? Probably not. Probably get me banned. So, but yeah, I'll do traps here in a little bit. Guys, we got 28 of y'all beautiful folks on here and 26 likes. So if somebody hasn't tapped that like button, it doesn't cost anything, and it really helps spread it out for me. I would appreciate that. And then hit that subscribe. All right, guys, we ready here? Ugh. One of the other things I'll do when I do traps, one of the other things I'll do for traps is I'll wear my belt, my deadlifting belt, my squat belt, so that way I don't have to worry about overly the form. The belt will kind of help hold me up. I'll put it on the rack here, so that way I'm only pulling from here to here. Like you pull from here to here, and then you can really focus on that weight. So I've I'm 11 sets in, so I got a few more things. I still got to do another set of front shoulder raise. I got to do rear delts, and then I'll hit some traps and show you guys here in a minute. Do 30s for that weight's not easy. No, 30s for front shoulder raises isn't bad. Again, I'm limited on what I can do here in my basement. I have dumbbells from 15 to 35s, all the way up in increments of 5. Got about 600 pounds worth of weight, but kind of limited to what I can do here. So I just make do with what I have. You're not fat when you're toned. You will be perfect. Leveling up, absolutely. That's my goal. And the thing is, I've lost 80 pounds in the last 9 days. I've lost 14 pounds, about 80 pounds total. So when I get toned up, I'm going to look great. I'm going to look amazing. I'm going to feel good about myself. Might have a little bit of loose skin from like being severely obese, but we'll get there eventually. It takes time. Sleepy ass. Thanks, sleepy ass. Appreciate that. You guys have been truly amazing. Guys, it's crazy. Like last time I went live was mostly trolls. You guys have been truly amazing. So keep tapping that screen, hit that like button, and hit that subscribe. I would love pretty soon here to get to 3,500 subscribers. Continue spreading that positivity, telling everybody that you don't need an injection, a shot, a pill to lose weight. If you just lock in, motivate yourself, write a schedule and stick to that schedule and stop making excuses, y'all can do it too. I promise. And this doesn't just go and work it out. This goes with that business you want to start. That goes with that book you want to read, that family you want to start, whatever you want to do. If you lock in and put all your energy towards that, y'all can do it. We all just have to stop making excuses. All too often, we have time to binge watch Netflix and doom scroll our phone when we could throw, you know, a YouTube clip on and do a 30-minute workout. Daily bread, one of the biggest disrespectful things you can say is calling a guy like me skinny, man. That's not cool, bro. Like, I hate feeling tiny. I already feel tiny, especially when I'm used to walking around 250, 260, built like a shit brick house, you know, deadlifting 500 plus pounds, benching 400. Now, because I've lost all the weight to kind of tone up and be healthy for my family, like I've lost quite a bit of power. So if I had to guess right now, my bench press right now is probably 360. I pulled 405 for a set of 4 the other day. But I'm not sure what my max is. And then squat, I don't max out very much because I've had major knee surgery a few years ago. What's my max bench? If I had to guess, probably 460. I hit 305 for a set of 4 pretty easy Monday. So probably could have got 315 for a set of 4, but I didn't have a spotter at the time, so I didn't really push it. What's up? What's up, guys? I'm going to work out too. Motivation with my baby dumbbells. Hey man, you just gotta show up. Don't disrespect yourself like that. You got dumbbells, you got whatever it is. Just do some push-ups, do some sit-ups, do some planks. You know, go to the store eventually, get yourself some of those rubber bands and use band resistance. It's easy to find stuff to work out at home if we want to put in the work. And if anything, look up Insanity Workouts by Shaun T. If you just start doing those, push play, don't stop. They're 40, 45 minutes. Never stop the video and just keep going. Eventually you'll get to the point where like you can do most of it. But if you just did that 40 minutes a day, you'd become absolutely shredded in 60 days. Shredded, because they're so difficult. I respect that it's better to live long to live short. Well, I'm not sure what you mean by that. Bro, can you lift 50 kilogram bumble? I'm not sure what that is. Rubber bands help. Man, titties. I see people either call me man boobs or they say they love my chest. Like it's one or the other. I get a little bit of both. Thanks, GG's. I appreciate that. I'm going to keep the grind. But keep tapping that screen, guys. Let's see if we can get up to 60 likes tonight. All right. All right. So bent over, you'll get the back of your delt, so right here. So a lot of people forget about rear delt. So it's one of the best ways you can easily hit that. Thank you so much, Casey, for that gift. I truly, truly appreciated that. That was very nice of you. Appreciate that support. It goes a long ways, guys. I got, a couple days ago, I got several gifts. It was super appreciative. I went to work the next day, told all of my coworkers and friends about it, and I absolutely love the support. And that's part of the reason I started tracking my 30-day of perfection on social media, is because like you guys are gonna hold me accountable. Because if I go upstairs after this workout and I eat a bag of Doritos or a slice of pizza or go to McDonald's, I now have to come and tell you guys like, hey, I failed. And so then me preaching all this 30 days of perfection, y'all ridicule me. I can't do that. I can't have you guys do that. So for these next 30 days, I'm locked in. I've already been Googling barbecue restaurants because on day 31, 32, whatever, we're going to get some BBQ. But for the next 30 days, we are absolutely well locked in. But again, Casey, thank you so much for that gift. I truly appreciate it. Oh, what's with the hate? No hate. Yeah, I have some bands too. I don't want to be shredded though. I'm a woman. Oh, okay. Sorry. But again, even then, like people don't understand this. Okay, ladies, this is just for the ladies. Let me tell you something here. The biggest mistake you can make is say, I don't want to get too big. You know how hard it is to put on muscle? I don't have a lot of muscle. At least I feel like I don't have a lot of muscle. But I've been lifting weights since I was 16 years old. Actually, probably 14. So you're talking 24 years I've been lifting weights to get this big and natural. It takes a lot of hard work to put on muscle. So don't worry about putting on muscle. I promise you, you won't. Lift your weights 5 days a week. The more muscle you have on your body, the more fat you burn while at rest. The more fat you burn while you're at work. The more fat you burn while you're sleeping. The more your body naturally eats throughout the day, the better it is for you. So someone my size, naturally, I burn about 2,500 calories at rest if I don't work out. Now I get my movement throughout the day. I do my cardio. I lift weights. I burn anywhere between 4,000 to 5,000 calories a day, which means that if I eat 2,000 calories a day, I'm roughly negative anywhere between 2,000 to 3,000 calories a day. And you have to burn 3,600 calories to burn 1 pound of fat. So that means roughly I'm burning a half a pound to a little bit over a pound of fat almost every single day. And so it is better to put on size and put on muscle so that way you can burn more fat in the long run. Thank you, Casey, so much again for that gift. Again, I truly appreciate it. That was very, very, very nice of you. Would I date a bigger woman? I feel like that's a trap question. I feel like no matter what I say here, I'm wrong. Hold on. Because I want to, actually, I love that question because I want to challenge you. Because this is my thing is, why would you come on here and say, would you date a bigger woman? First of all, it doesn't matter. Like size doesn't necessarily matter. If you love yourself and you feel like you're healthy, then good for you. Like find someone that's going to like you. But the reality of the situation is, if you're not healthy, what are you going to do to change it? If you don't feel like your size makes you look the best to present yourself to somebody else, what are you going to do to challenge yourself to change that behavior? Because it's on you. And I always tell men, I've never really given this advice to women, but I always tell men, if you want to, if you don't feel like you're not doing good in the dating pool and you feel like things just aren't quite going your way, there's 4 things you can do to increase your chances of finding a mate that you're going to like, a partner or something like that. Like you could go back to school, get a higher education. People enjoy people that are intelligent, where you can carry intellectual conversations with, people that are interested in the same books, going to the same different events. The second thing you can do is make more money. Again, making more money for anybody is also going to make you incredibly attractive. The third is go to the gym, lose some weight, and overall feel better and be healthier. And the fourth is just gain confidence. Just gain confidence. If you do those 4 things, you're going to increase the chances of finding somebody that you're going to like. Thank you so much, Bunker. I truly, 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 truly appreciate it. That was truly awesome. A $5 super chat. That is absolutely amazing. I love that support. I truly, truly appreciate it. Keep growing, brother. I just started going to the gym 2 weeks ago, and it's the best feeling. I'm just trying to lose weight. 35 pounds is my goal. Bunker, I have the same social on on TT. If you know what that platform is, go ahead and look me up. Send me a message if you have any questions on diet, if you have any questions on what exercises. And I also, my name on Facebook is Brandon Tilson, Tilson. Guys, feel free to add me on those platforms. If you have any questions, I used to be a certified personal trainer through ISSA. I quit doing it because I wasn't having fun with it anymore. But I'm fully educated on all the lifts, nutrition, and different things that I can do to help support you guys. So, though I appreciate that support, guys. We are 1 like away from 40 likes. So keep tapping that screen. Hit that like button. Ugh. Yeah, Bunker. And again, like I said, I truly appreciate that. But yeah, seriously, if you have any questions, you want ideas of what workouts you should do, what things you should eat. I have a friend of mine right now that I work with. It's a colleague. He's a social worker with me. We work out together sometimes, became really good friends. He's on this 30-day challenge with me, and he'll be eating. He's like, yeah, tonight I'm having potatoes. Potatoes are decently healthy with sour cream. I'm like, man, you can't have sour cream. I'm like, to be honest with you, potatoes aren't even really the best for you. Like, they're not the worst, but so that night, he didn't eat potatoes and sour cream. He ended up making something more healthy because it wasn't because he wanted to eat healthy. He just, again, he had nobody that took the time to sit there and educate him on what's a healthy carb, what's a healthy fat, what's a healthy protein. And so all the time he'll call me and be like, hey, this is what I'm thinking. Like, what do you think? You know, he went from slamming full throttle monsters for breakfast in the morning to eating like multi-grain bagels and drinking tea with honey to change it up. And he's lost, I think, 4 pounds in like the first 9 days. He's lost 4 pounds already. We all do appreciate it. What's up, James? How are you doing? Look at this old guy. I am old. I'll be 40 this year, guys. Any rest days? Yep, so Sleepy, I took a rest day yesterday. So yesterday was my scheduled rest day. So I lift weights 5 days a week. I do cardio 6 days a week. And I take 1 full rest day, which I was considering doing cardio yesterday. But to be honest with you, I was really beat from work, so I decided not to. Go carnivore, be a real man. That carnivore diet is, you go ahead, do it. It's expensive. I don't think it's necessary. And I eat healthy carbs, and I'm good with that. And I've lost 80 pounds in a good duration without taking a pill, without taking an injection, without feeling like, I don't know, I don't want to judge those people, but I feel like you're cheating, you're shortcutting it. And then all these people that are on these GLPs, the moment they stop, they gain all the way back plus some. So I've done it the old fashioned way. I've lifted weights, I've done cardio, and I've ate healthy. So, bro, I just got over the flu and I lost 11 pounds in 10 days. That's awesome, Empire. That's one way to do it. That is one way to do it. Look good for 40. I only eat oatmeal in the morning and mostly chicken and rice, starting protein shakes for lunch. Bunker, that's awesome. So for me, I'll go over my diet with you guys real quick before I hit my next set. So I eat the same thing every single day. I use Synthetix protein shake double chocolate. I buy the 10-pound bags through Amazon, and it's like $100 for like, I think it's just under 100 serving. So it's roughly $2 a meal in the morning. Where can you get a meal for $2? So I have that for breakfast. And then I have 1 cup rice, 1 cup chicken, 1 cup broccoli. That's for the next 2 meals. And then my fourth meal of the night is 4 whole eggs, 2 egg whites, a full cup of non-fat cottage cheese. And then I have some kind of berries. Usually I prefer blackberries. Blackberries and cherries are my favorite, but I'll do like blueberries, raspberries, strawberries. And then if I don't have those, sometimes I'll do like kiwi, apples are the ones I usually prefer. I try to stay away from oranges. But in the last year and a half, I've lost 42 pounds, and I've switched from drinking like 3 to 4 regular Monsters a day, and then switched to sugar-free and changed my eating habits. Empire, that's awesome. That's where it's at, man. That's what I did. I went from drinking coffee with coffee creamer in it every morning to having an energy drink around 11, 12 o'clock, and then getting a pop later on. You don't realize between the coffee creamer, the energy drink, and the pop, I just consumed 800 calories of just junk. And then not only that, but you spike, your insulin spikes when you get that sugar, you crash. You spike, you crash. You spike, you crash. Now, because I drink black coffee and I eat healthy, I'm like this all day long. I feel better on 6 hours of sleep now than I did with 8 hours of sleep, eating like crap all the day and having these crashes and roller coasters, because your insulin spikes and you get tired. Then you eat another couple cookies, then you get tired. So the key is just to maintain that balanced diet. If I was as small as you, wow, Beaver, that's pretty bad, man. Beaver, do you need a hug? Oh, come here. Look, the community here, we will love you. We will hug on you. we got you. Go get yourself one of those big, large teddy bears. Wrap yourself around it. It will love you, man. I promise. Did I try fasting? Hey, Brittany, what's up? Did I try fasting? No, I don't do. I don't fast. I don't necessarily. Not that I don't believe in it, but it's not for me. Like I don't want. If you're looking to lose weight, and that's your sole goal, fasting working. I don't want to lose too much of my muscle, so I don't fast because the moment you fast, it's going to eat your muscle and it's going to eat your fat at the same time. And so I want to keep a certain amount of stuff in me throughout the day. So Bunker, what I do is I do a full chest day, usually 16 sets. Biceps and triceps I do one day, 16 to 20 sets, but also throw in some forearms. And then I do leg day, back day, including deadlifts. And then I do shoulders and traps. And so that's normally how I do it. Where did that guy go? Like that told me that. Leave it to Beaver. If you're still here, let me know because I'm going to go off on a tangent. If you're not, I'm not going to waste my time. Bro's naked, nah. I could be, but I'm not. I need a hug. I haven't seen you guys. Well, welcome back, Miss Brittany. How are you doing today? If you want to keep your sock. Can I say the name of the protein again? So I do Syntha 6. It's SYTH, Syntha 6. And I do the double chocolate. I mix mine just with water. I found out later on in life that it's normal people mix theirs with milk or other things, which I thought was weird. I simply mix mine with water. It's 400 calories, 48 grams of protein, and it's low in cholesterol. Guys, let me teach you something right now. If you buy, the cheaper the protein is, like you buy like a Walmart brand or something like that, the cheaper the protein is, the higher the cholesterol is. And when you're younger, that's not that big a deal. As you get older, you got to make sure you really watch your cholesterol and like your protein shakes and other things like that. I go early in the morning before work, so I have about an hour during the week and 2 hours on the weekends. Yeah, so really focus on like those, your main lifts. Like learn how to deadlift if you don't know how to deadlift, learn how to squat and bench. Those are going to be your 3 most important lifts you can do for putting on muscle and building fat. Think about it, guys. The biggest muscle in your body are your legs. The more muscular you are, the more fat you're going to burn throughout the day. Thank you. Yeah, absolutely, guys. I got you guys. Someone said eat kale is good for you. I don't know. The only greens I eat is really broccoli. Like I'm just not a big green person. All right. So pretty much no matter what exercise I do, I always give it a good warm up. So I just wanted to warm up my traps real quick. Appreciate the information. Absolutely, absolutely, Bunker. I got you. Bought the weight set at Sam's back in the day. Actually, Soundview, to be honest with you, most of my stuff here has been bought off Facebook Marketplace. Everybody gets the idea. They want to work out. They want to do better. They want to do these type of things. And then they realize it just sits and builds dust in their basement. So I got 300 pounds worth of weight, this bar, a bench, and a rack. Someone delivered it to my house for $100. The weights itself is over $300. And you had the rack and stuff like that. You're talking $300, $400 worth of stuff here for $100 because people have this idea that they want to do great and then they lose the motivation. But guys, I got to run upstairs real quick. Give me like 2 seconds. I got to grab. I gotta grab my weight belt and my wrist straps. They're both in my car. Give me just a second. All right, I'm back. So one of the things I like to do is early on in the week is I take my bag that I'm going to take to the gym and I pre-pack it at the beginning of the week. So that way I have everything possibly with me that I need for the gym already in my car. So that way if I forget clothes, if I forget anything, boom, I packed it on Sunday and we're ready to go for the entire week. And then when I work at home, I just got to grab it in my car and then remember to put it back in my car. So this is what I was talking about earlier, guys, where I told you I use Versa grips. They're like straps, but in my opinion, 10 times better. It puts all the weight in your wrist versus having it in, holding it in your hands. Because sometimes we're stronger than what our grip strength is, and you don't want to limit your ability to keep pulling things. So feel free to grab some straps, Versa grips, whatever you gotta do. Cool deal. Bought the same setup for $250 for $300 and 21 in stamps. That's awesome. I goon to you daily. I'm not sure what that means, but guys, keep tapping that screen. Hit that like button. Let's see if we can get up to 50 likes. I would love to get up well over 60 likes by the time this live ends today. All right. And actually, we can lower this down here a little bit so you guys can see the traps. There we go. All right, so we did 295 for 12. We'll keep working our way up, add more weight. Yeah, Matthew, what does that mean, man? I don't even know what that means. You're the first gym guy I've seen on here. Not on roids, congrats. Thanks, Christopher, I appreciate that. I take pride. You know, my thing is, I'm gonna go off on a little bit of a tangent here. So my thing is, all these people on TRT, roids, and all this extra stuff, like good for you. I don't care. If that's what you want to do you. Like when they did steroids back in baseball, back in '98, Mark Boyer, Sammy Sosa, that's literally what brought baseball back after the strike. So it was great. It really worked out. Baseball doesn't want to talk about it, but it was great for baseball. If you want to go out and do those type of things, good for you. Just don't claim that you're natty, because then people like myself and other people that want to look like you're putting out a false narrative that's unrealistic, and it becomes very frustrating, especially to these teenagers, these high school kids that want to look like that, where the body's just not impossible without taking some form of a drug or an injection. Like, it's just not fair. So for me, I am proud to be natural. Like I want to get there. I want to get more jacked, but it's very difficult by doing it natty. It is extremely difficult. Going to do it the right way now. I have seen people wrap this belt looks around your waist, and yeah, Brittany, I'll use the belt here in a second, but I'm gonna put a little bit more weight on here when I do my next sets of traps. So I'm just slowly working my way up. And guys, for me, as I get older, I pyramid all my sets. So I'll start with like 295, I'll then do 315, and then you'll see me do 345 for the sets of traps. But guys, we are 3 likes away from you beautiful people to be at 50 likes. Let's get up to 50. Hit double tap that screen. I truly appreciate it. That's awesome. Not many people have the pride in themselves, and it's extremely difficult. It is, and I like, for those that are new here that haven't been following me, I was 303. I'm down to 222. I've lost 80 pounds naturally of just diet, exercise, and eating clean. So I've challenged myself for the next 30 days to follow an absolute perfect diet and perfect exercises, and doing 65 minutes of cardio 3 days a week. So roughly 25 miles of cardio in 7 days is really what my goal is. What's your current routine? You look jacked. All right, guys. He'd look better than... All right, give me just a second, guys. Let me do this next set so I don't fall too far behind. Ooh. All right, 315, we'll keep it moving. All right, let's see. Where are those dudes are? I'll be honest, it don't even bother me because how can you can't troll me when I don't even know what it means. Can you give me tips on how? No, shut up. All right. All right. All right, guys. Thank you, guys. We are up to 50K likes. I truly appreciate it. We've gotten 2 super chats and a couple gifts from people today. Whew, I appreciate that. We have done 4 sets of overhead press, shoulder press. We did 4 sets of shoulder or flies. We did 4 sets of front raises and then 4 sets of rear delt. We'll finish up with traps. Then we have abs. Then we'll hop on the treadmill. So we still got well over an hour. Well, that's weird. There's nothing weird than me and my guy friends have made in the past. Let's be honest here. All the bros in here know that, like, your best guy friend, if you haven't made a homophobic joke in the past with each other, like, are you guys even really friends? Probably shouldn't have said that, but oh well. I'm 15 and hitting 215 for bench. How much? It depends on how much. Well, first of all, 215 at 15 years old is amazing. I don't care if you're bigger or smaller, but how much do you weigh? And then I guess, what is your purpose of maxing out on the bench? Like, what sport do you play? If you play football, are you playing offensive line? If you're playing offensive line, you really want to focus on heavy sets of 4. The average football play is what, 3 to 4 seconds long? If you're playing basketball, obviously you want to do a little bit more of a combination of anaerobic and aerobic and do sets of 12 to build that endurance. So it depends on, like, what is your purpose of benching 215 at the age of 15? Are you trying to get strong? Do you want to compete in bodybuilding? Do you want to compete in powerlifting? Like, just to say that without more information, I can't really help you. How much does it cost for all that? For all my weight equipment? So everything I bought here, for the most part, was bought on Facebook Marketplace. Actually, the most expensive thing I have here, actually, these mats. These mats are stupid expensive. I want to say I have $300-400 in just the mats alone. But they protect the floor when you're deadlifting or dropping weights or anything like that. And then the dumbbells are pretty expensive. Those are like $1.50 a pound. And, but yeah, I encourage everybody, Facebook Marketplace is where to go. People buy equipment and then they get tired of working out, so they stop and they sell it pennies on the dollar. I play the D-line for football and I'm 295. Yep, so Mason, right now, you're gonna wanna focus on bench press, heavy sets of 4. If you wanna look up Brian Carroll, he's a world-class power lifter, he'll teach you. So for that, you wanna focus on deadlifts, squats, bench press. Build your legs. The number one thing you can do is build your leg drive and your bench press. So think about it. When you fire off the line, you come here, that's all here. Sets of 4. Your coaches and a lot of people will tell you to do sets of 12. That doesn't benefit you. A play doesn't last 30 seconds long. Heavy sets of 4 will make a huge difference for you. Welcome in, Christopher. Guys, keep double tapping that screen. There's 30 of y'all beautiful folks in here. If you haven't done so already, hit that like button. Show some support. I would truly appreciate it. That's how I do it too. All my workout equipment I bought on Thrifters. Yeah, you can get it super cheap. Yeah, Mason. And one of the things, Mason, let me teach you, especially as a kid that's 15, and I wish I would have had something that would help me out when I was your age. I was too embarrassed to squat because my legs were super weak. I had a decent chest, like I could bench decent weight, but I was so embarrassed to squat that I didn't want to squat in front of the other kids. So I never worked on my legs, and my legs never got stronger. So in high school, I was 6'1", 181 pounds, ran a 5.640, which was slower than molasses in January. I was benching 225. I never played. I was too slow to play a skilled position. I was too small to play a line position, so I didn't play. If I would have started training my legs as a freshman in high school, 12, 13 years old, I would have been, I might have had a chance to play if I would have built them up. But I was so embarrassed of other kids judging me that I allowed myself to fall behind the rest of the kids in my class. Now, my legs are built like tree trunks, and I leg press, 900 pounds for sets of 12. And I'm squatting 315 for sets of 4 or 5. And so, but for a long time, I just skipped them because I was embarrassed. Hold on a second, guys. I gotta grab a tissue. My allergies are bothering me. One of the biggest mistakes in life is allowing fear to stop us from what we want to achieve. Like allowing the fear of other people judging us, stopping us from achieving goals. Like, don't allow yourself to do that. Like, who cares? That kid that you're going to school with, when you graduate, you want to know how many kids I see that I graduated with? Zero. I haven't seen a kid I graduated high school with in probably a couple years. Like, it simply doesn't matter. How often do I stream? Looking better, brother. Thanks, Blaze. Appreciate it. So, Chris, I'm kind of inconsistent right now. That's what I'm telling people right now. If you hit that subscribe button, hit that alert button so that way it'll alert you when I do go live. And I usually stream, like I'm going to be on today, I'll be on tomorrow, and I'll be on Sunday. So tomorrow, I'll probably go around 11, 12 when I get up. I'm going to do some heavy deadlifts and back tomorrow, and then cardio. And then Sunday, I'm just going to stream my cardio. What's up, John? Daddy. What's up, Daddy? I got a quick question. Will you lose muscle if you cut too quickly? Yeah, Panda, you will. But here's the thing: is as long as you're intaking your protein, so I still eat 200 grams of protein a day. I've lost like 14.4 pounds in the last 9 days. A lot of that is inflammation, water weight, and like poor gut health. But again, as long as you're still eating your protein, you're still eating a decent amount, you're doing cardio, you're kind of spreading it out, then you should be fine. Like I haven't noticed, I've lost 80 pounds in the last like 14 months. I've lost almost no strength. I mean, naturally you're going to lose some strength in like your deadlift because weight moves weight. So when I was 300 pounds, pulling 500 pounds was kind of easy. Now I'm probably pulling like 480, 460, somewhere in that range. But again, simple, mass moves mass. So like when Brian Shaw was, 450 pounds, he was moving way more weight than now he weighs, like 360, 370. All right, so I did 4 sets. Now I'm going to spread it out and do some wide grips. Continue growing those traps. One of the biggest things you can do for, like, especially for squatting, the bigger your traps are, the better place you have for the bar to sit. And that's where it looks like you have no neck. So to build those traps, you got to do those heavy shrugs. Wow. Same number for me. I haven't seen nobody. I graduated. Looks like you have a lot of significant amount of weight. I do. I've like I said, I've allowed myself in Facebook Marketplace, pennies on the dollar. It's great. How much do I bench, Panda? Probably 360, maybe 370. The most I've ever done was 395. I want to get to 400, but it's more important to focus on cutting weight than it was continue pushing my 1 rep max on the 3 main lifts. What's the best bulking food? Chocolate milk, probably. If you're younger, like you're in high school, Chocolate milk's a great bulking food. You get a lot of protein. It's got casein protein in it. Cottage cheese is another good bulking food. Lean hamburger, like 85-10 hamburger, eat tons of hamburger. Turkey. Eat a bunch of tuna fish sandwiches. Cereal. I mean, depending on what if you're doing a dirty bulk, just, you know, depending on if you weigh 200 pounds and you want to bulk up, eat 250 grams of protein, and then just throw a bunch of other stuff in with it. Just eat more. Almonds are high in healthy proteins and high in healthy fats. Almonds are great. Are you going to show the dogs again? Random. The dogs are upstairs sleeping, so I'm really, this is my hyperfixation right now, is getting into shape. I'm 16, 185, and I'm trying to hit 205. What's up, Braden? Welcome back, buddy. Now you're hungry. What's your best advice for someone who's trying to get stronger like you? My best advice is come up with a plan and stick to that plan. It's that simple. So if you don't know what you're doing in the gym, there's tons of free videos out there. Send me a message on my TT account. Send me a message here. I can walk you through some basic lifts. And then it's all about making sure you eat enough protein. You can really eat like crap and put on muscle as long as you eat enough protein throughout the day. And the best way, obviously, is protein shakes, but chicken, whitefish, meat, you got to get your protein intake. You can lift weights all day long, but if you don't have protein to build the body, and then the reality is you want to spread your meals out 4 to 6 meals a day. Say you're 200 pounds, 200 divided by 6 is what, 30, 33, 34, something like that. And so 33, 34 grams of protein, 6 meals a day would be perfect. So there's a difference you can do when you do your traps. You can come in close, pull up, get a good squeeze here, come out here, do the same thing. I'm gonna work the traps different ways. Well, I do. Yes, the Hulk. Get here. Thanks. All right, guys. We got 21 of y'all beautiful folks. Again, double tap that screen, hit that subscribe button, show me some love, show some support, and then hit that alert button so that way every time I go live, you guys get that alert that flashes across your screen. What do you recommend for the cheapest cost of protein? Ooh, that's a good one. Well, like I said, Synthetix double chocolate protein is about $1 per scoop. You get a 10-pound bag for roughly $100. I use chicken, but I've been told recently that chicken's kind of expensive. Tuna fish. Tuna fish is probably your cheapest bang for your buck. You can eat a lot of tuna fish. Tuna fish is pretty cheap. Especially just buy the cheap stuff. It's probably your best bang for your buck when it comes to protein. Because again, chicken's more expensive nowadays, beef's more expensive nowadays. Like you could do turkey sandwiches if you wanted to. You could do eggs. You could buy eggs in bulk. Eggs are great, but the thing is you don't want to have too many whole eggs because there's a lot of cholesterol in there. So that's why at night I do 4 whole eggs and 2 egg whites. The only reason I do 4 whole eggs is because I don't get a lot of fat in my diet anywhere else. So one of my friends is a personal trainer. I talked to her, kind of went through my diet to get someone to bounce ideas off, and she told me to go from 2, because I was doing 2 whole eggs and 4 egg whites. She's like, you need to go to 4 whole eggs and 2 egg whites to get more fat in your diet because I wasn't having enough. The only fat I get in my diet right now is obviously the little bit of fat that's on chicken, and then I put some extra virgin olive oil in my rice when I cook it. So that increases that. Thank you guys for all those super chats that were sent earlier and the gifts. That was truly, truly appreciated from everybody. I'm actually deadlifting tomorrow, so I'll leave the 2 plates on there because we'll come back to that. Thanks, guys, for 56 likes. My goal was 60 likes for today, and we're only about halfway through this live, so I truly, truly appreciate that. What about rotisserie chicken? Rotisserie chicken can work great. I'll be honest with you, I don't know how, like, if you're buying it, like, I heard a lot of people say, like, the Kroger's rotisserie chicken is great, but as long as they're not cooking it with butter, I have no clue how they cook it. You want to avoid a bunch of extra stuff added to it, but, like, rotisserie chicken, if you cook it at home and you're not putting a bunch of extra butter and oils on it, is great. Same thing with turkey. If you're cooking turkey at home, but you're not putting a bunch of butter and oil on it, great. For me, or like my wife does a lot of my meal prep, she just buys the big things of, like the big packs of chicken breasts. A lot of times she'll season them all up, throw them in the oven, cook them all at once. Or when it's nicer out, we cook them in the stove. Or we cook them on the grill. Awesome to see people so natural hopping off still. Thanks, I appreciate that, Christopher. Again, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Guys, I'm kind of between a conundrum now. I don't have a timer. Give me just 1 second, guys. Hey, can I use your phone for a second? What? So I don't have to be a social worker? I think about it. All right, guys, we're going to go into the ab workout now. So, guys, this is an ab workout. I took a seminar from Brian Carroll, and this is what he does for his core. So I pretty much do the same thing a few times a week. I make sure to sub. Thanks, Christopher. Braden, we're not talking about that. Yes, I do. All right. So the first ab exercise is going to be a crunch and hold. If I can find the timer. Huh. This is wild, guys. I can't find a countdown on this. Oh my goodness. Guys, what do you call that? I am drawing a blank here. Usually I have my phone and I don't have it. What's up, Mr. Med? We're going to leave it short and simple. What do you call that? I need a timer. There we go. Look at this. I just found one. Let's use this here. All right. All right, so we're going to set it for a minute. All right, let's start this. So you're going to, the crunch and hold 30 seconds on each side. You're going to hold your foot slightly above your ankles. And then switch. Guys, as I'm doing these exercises, you'll really start to see like my abs start to pop as like I'm working them out and seeing them crunch. Thanks, guys. We got 14 of y'all beautiful folks on. If you haven't done so already, keep double tapping that screen. Hit that like button. Share this live out with your friends. I truly appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button. Show some support. I'm just continuing to reach my goals. I got another 12 pounds I'm trying to lose. I'm down to 222 from 303. Got another 12 to go to see what I kind of look like from there, and then we'll just keep pushing it. How many kids have I birthed? Dude, I mean, look at it. I mean, if you think about it, it was all the extra Wendy's, cheeseburgers, and energy drinks. You know, I was fat as a heifer. But you know, now I beat up my body, and now I got a little extra skin, and we gotta put that work in now. Stop making excuses and get dedicated. Ugh. 15 seconds. Oh. Oh. All right, so we did crunch and hold. Next, we're going to move over to bird dogs. So I'm actually going to lower this just a little bit more. So we'll go into our bird dogs, which again focuses on abs, but also your lower back, because in order to build your abs, you also have to build your lower back, because these two grow together. Your obliques grow together, your chest and your lats grow together, your triceps, biceps go together. So make sure you're working out both of them. So the next up, we're going to do what's called bird dogs. We're going to go, all right. So opposite leg, opposite arm, straight out. You're going to hold your legs and arms parallel. Keep your head flat to the ground. You're going to do 30 seconds on each side. Make sure your toe is bent straight to the floor. Hands up. Oh no, I stopped. All right, got that done. So we'll do another set of bird dogs, and then from bird dogs, we'll go into stir the pot. We'll stir the pot right. Nope, we'll stir the pot left, stir the pot right, up and down, and then side to side, and then we'll finish with some obliques. YouTube Wild is so wild these days. Why? What is wild? Dude, I'm just an old fat guy just trying to work out, and I appreciate the motivation, guys. Like, I mean, is it better? Like, if I find it funny, like, what we polarize now in today's time. Like, if a chick's half naked or some dude's all roided up, it's like, oh yeah, let's go celebrate them, you know? They're all plastic, got all kinds of surgeries. Like, yeah, they look great and amazing. Heaven forbid someone try to look natural and try to do their best, and out here, you know, not taking some kind of drug or cheating or having plastic surgery or taking some kind of an injection. You know, we polarize the wrong things in society, and it's absolutely pathetic. Like, do better. All right, next set of bird dogs. Or let's go polarize video games. Or, and I have nothing against video games, people streaming video games, but come on now. Okay. Better body than mine. Hey guys, everybody can do it. Everybody has the ability to do this. I'm not nothing special. I've just been putting in work day after day after day for the last 13, 14 months. Everybody has the ability to look like I do. The only supplements I take is protein powder and pre-workout. I'm not taking anything else. Everybody has the ability to do it. If you want to put in the work, you can absolutely look just as good or better than me. You just have to be willing to be disciplined. Once you become comfortable being uncomfortable, you can achieve anything in life. Cardio or weights, both, Braden. Cardio weights, if you only have the option to do one weight, because the more muscle you put on, the more fat you're going to burn while at rest. The more fat you can burn while at school, while driving a car, while sleeping. The more muscle you have, the more calories you naturally burn throughout the day. So if you can only do one, I always encourage weights. Obviously, if you're looking to build weight or build muscle, or if you're looking to cut up, you got to do both. If you're looking to be able to run faster, just run. If you're looking to be able to be stronger, lift weights. It kind of all depends on what you're doing, what are your goals for? What are you trying to achieve? All right, guys, I'm finally going to have to put shoes on. Guys, I think we're only about 3 likes away from 60 likes for the live, which would be truly awesome. So if you haven't done so already, hit that like button. Show some love. I would truly appreciate that, guys. All right. So guys, this is one of the hardest exercises I do. It is incredibly difficult for me. So the stir the pot exercises is just a whole beast by itself. So if you've never done this exercise, I highly encourage trying it, but it is an animal. Whew. All right, so we stirred the pot left. Next, we're going to stir the pot right. Trying to get in fighting shape. I do MMA, Muay Thai. Braden, you're definitely going to want to do some hardcore both, but do a lot of HIIT cardio, heavy-based cardio. Try the best thing I would recommend for you, a buddy that did cage fighting was Shanti workouts. It was great for him. It really increases endurance. The biggest thing with fighting is you got to have a stupid amount of endurance. Looks like intermediate fasting, but nope, definitely not. Are you selling? Guys, I don't know what half this thing means. Am I selling Skellies? I have no clue what that is. All right, guys. So usually I try to take about a minute break in between these, but I think I'm going to back it up a little bit this time. All right. So we went left the first time. Let's go right this time. All right, there's that. Next one, we got to go forward, then we'll do side to side. But guys, we got 18 of y'all beautiful folks. I need 4 of you guys to double tap that screen, hit that like button. I'd love to get up to 60 likes for this live. Be truly appreciated. I think the highest we got earlier last week was 60, so we should easily stomp that goal today. So just double tap that screen, hit that like button, hit that subscribe, show some love. I would truly appreciate it. The running dad, let me tell you right now, if you haven't done cold plunges, it is a night and day difference for you. So I bought it, I had it outside. I did it for about a month. And so if you go 34 degrees to like 40 degrees, you do 1 minute is usually the best you can do. If you go right around 50 degrees to 60 degrees, you can do up to 5 minutes. It is a night and day difference. It will remove the inflammation, your soreness, your achiness will nearly disappear the next day. Cold plunge are truly amazing. I did do them for a while. I need to get back to doing them. But the problem was in the summer, I couldn't afford to keep it cold enough because buying ice was too expensive. And to buy like one of the machines that cools it is like 200 bucks, I think, or 400 bucks. And so I'm gonna end up having to get one. And then in the winter here, I'm not sure how to keep it from like freezing every single day. So I've considered actually putting it in my basement, putting a bigger pool around it. That way if it pops, I don't have to worry about it. Put like a big inflatable pool around it, and then putting the cold plunge bath. I bought like one of those ice pods in the middle. But I'm telling you, cold plunges are one of the best things you can do. Like if you do it for recovery, you know, give yourself usually half an hour after your workout, hop in a cold plunge, night and day difference on muscle recovery. They are truly amazing. All right. Man, sometimes the hardest part is just trying to hold myself up after doing shoulder workout. Trying to hold yourself up on that bowl is just a whole nother thing. Marshall Applewhite is, oh, that's cool. Thanks, guys. Appreciate that. We are still 3 likes away from 60, guys. So keep double tapping that screen if you get a chance. Hit that like button. Show some love. We got 1 set of abs left. We're going to do straight forward, which are the hardest ones. And then we're going to go into side planks for your obliques. Then hop on that treadmill. This is the forever and never ending workout that is going to be tonight. He was just a local fighter. They did a lot of local training and stuff like that. Actually, he's a doctor now, so it's kind of funny. Thanks, Anthony. Appreciate that. Thanks, guys. We are 1 like away from 60 likes. That's so cool. I think that's one of the highest we've ever gotten while streaming like a workout, so I truly appreciate that support. I ain't gonna lie, guys, after doing shoulders and abs today, like, everything's really starting to pop. All right. Okay. Whew. That's enough of that. All right. Last up, we have crunch and hold before we move to cardio, guys. I used to do 2 to 3 plunges a week to recover. I've noticed they put me in a better mood. It does. I'll be honest with you, nothing has given me more mental clarity than a cold plunge. Like, you get out of there, your brain is completely blank. There's nothing there. And it allows you to think clearer than you'll ever think your entire life. Thanks, Brittany. I appreciate it. You tried. Yeah. Massive, massive benefits. Huge advocate of cold plunges. Going to help me for the last 2, and then you can have your phone back. Huh? I told you I was doing abs. Abs take an extra 20 minutes by themselves. That's why I only do them a couple times a week. So I just have, all right, so I'm going to do, let's do 15 seconds on each side. And then I'm going to do rotation of 4 crunch, or 2 seconds each. So just do the first, so do 15 and 15. Okay. Thanks, guys. We're up to 62 likes. You guys are truly amazing. Yeah, the running dad, I got to figure it out. Because I was thinking about, for the cold bath, just getting like the machine, putting it down here, putting a pool around it. What do you think? And then just going out and buying like the machine to keep it cool.
I don't know why you would waste money to get, I mean, it's freezing outside.
Huh?
People do them outside all the time.
Yeah, but again, I'm worried about breaking the ice, ruining the thing. Like, where if I have it down here, I can control everything and then just hook it up to the machine.
But you have to keep it hooked up to the machine.
Or you just turn it on like 5 minutes beforehand. and it cools it.
Everything I read is it has to stay regulated at a certain temperature. Like it doesn't, it takes more than just a couple minutes.
Well, okay, I turn it on before a workout or something like that. I'm gonna think about running. Dad, how do you do yours? Do you add ice to it? Do you have the machine? Like, what do you do for yours? All right, last set. Ready? Let's do 20 seconds each side, and then I'll rotate through sets of 4. All right. I feel like this has been a long time. I feel like that was a long time. That was way more. I almost fell, guys. All right, guys, hold on a second. We're gonna go for a ride. All right, guys, we're done with that part. Time to hop on the treadmill. I'm gonna go run. Actually, I'm gonna move all this stuff over. Give me just a second.
So apparently the pressure outlet's all messed up again.
What?
Yeah. Apparently it only lasted a couple hours. But they're just reaching out to me now.
Of course.
I'm just gonna say there's nothing we can do about it till Monday now.
Well, yeah, I'm not worried about it at all. All right, guys. Whew. Okay. So give me just a second, guys. I'm gonna get everything around to start cardio. All right, guys. That heater's hot. All right, so we did shoulders, traps, we crushed abs. An hour and 30, good Lord, an hour and 35 minutes into this workout. It looks like we had another 35 or 65 minutes of cardio. So buckle in. Let's get ready for the ride. What do you guys think about this camera angle? Should I move it over a little bit? Braden, do you feel like I should move the camera over a little bit? Do you feel like it's fine how it is? weird, bro. It's weird. I see, for me, like, I love jokes like that. Like, that stuff don't bother me, man. That stuff's great. Dudes will say the wildest things. The straightest guys ever will say the wildest things ever to other dudes just to get a reaction. Try ab rollers. I've done ab rollers in the past. Ab rollers, they're difficult. They build quality abs, you know. But all real abs are built in the kitchen. Like, if you want abs, it's all about kcal in versus kcal out. You gotta eat right. So for me right now, I'm down 80 pounds total in the last 14 months, and in the last 9 days I've lost 14.4 pounds. So I've challenged myself for 30 days of perfection. That means perfect diet, 100% perfect diet. No candy, no sugar, no pop, no cheeseburgers, no pizza, no anything super extra. I'll do 65 minutes of cardio 5 days a week. And I will lift weights 5 days a week. So, I had a friend of mine the other day, what does perfection mean to you? Perfection means whatever I put down on the schedule is what I'm doing at the beginning of the week. So, that means to follow the perfect diet, 1,900 to 2,100 calories a day, 4.3 miles per day, and lifting weights 5 days a week. So, my goal is to drop down to 210 by the end of this month. So, when I started this journey way back when, I was 303 pounds, guys. I was a fat heifer. I hated myself. And now I'm out here, you know, I feel a little bit better day by day, but just out here trying to crush goals. If you guys haven't done so already, double tap that screen, hit that like button. We're at 62 likes. Let's see if we can get to at least 70 by the end of the live. Double tap that screen, hit that like button. I would truly appreciate it. Thank you so much for that gift, Johnny. I appreciate that. That was nice of you. I love all that support. Got a few super chats earlier. Gave massive shout outs to people. Felt like we've had a lot of positivity in here today. Johnny, again, thank you for that. I appreciate that. My man says, holy fit. This is what happens when you lock in. Not sure how you say your name, Lorax. Like, just lock in. Whatever it is you want to achieve, lock in. This is where dedication trumps motivation every single day of the week. Motivation, you show up when you feel like it. Dedication, you show up because it's on the schedule. Stop making excuses. Get your lazy ass off the couch. Yes, I'm talking to y'all right now, doom scrolling. Stop making excuses. Right now, my goal, I went from January 1st, I was 236.8 on January 1st. I'd eaten like crap during the holidays. I had tons of bloating, gut health. I was farting nonstop, just super bad. Gas. The moment I got back on my diet, started eating clean and exercising, all that went away. All the gas went away. And since then, I've lost 14.4 pounds in, what, 9 days. Got rid of all that inflammation, all that extra swelling, and I just feel a million times better. And again, I'm not doing anything special. Everybody has the ability to buy rice, chicken, and broccoli. The only thing I take is protein shakes and C4 pre-workout, which you don't even necessarily need that. Keep going. Thanks, Antonio. I appreciate that. Guys, we're 3 likes away from 70K. Keep smashing that like button. But Brandon, someone told me that if you don't sweat, you're not really working out. Nah, Brandon, that's not true. You got to move your body. Everybody, like in my basement, it's naturally cold. Like it's probably 50 degrees in my basement. That's why you guys will see me turn that big heater on over there, because if I don't, it's freezing down here. It's a lot harder for me to sweat sometimes because it's so cold in here. Thanks, Antonio. I appreciate that. If you haven't done so, hit that subscribe button. Guys, I think since I started streaming, I got averaging about 20 subscribers per day, which has been pretty cool. I would love to get up to 3,500 by the end of the month, maybe a little bit higher, but we are grinding it out. Day by day, we get stronger. Day by day, we just have to be better than the person we were yesterday. Oh, of course, today's the day my hip's going to start killing me. Thanks, Antonio. I appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. I love when people come in here and ask questions and participate in the chat. I hope the best for everybody. And we are 1 like now away from 70 likes, which easily smashes the number we got to during our last live, which is absolutely amazing, guys. I appreciate that love and support. Not only that, but you guys give me something to do to distract my brain while on the treadmill here. There we go. 70K likes. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Truly, truly appreciate it. Thanks, Xavier. Appreciate and love that support, guys. You guys are amazing. 74 likes. Oh my goodness, you guys are amazing. Keep tapping that screen. Let's push to 80. Again, appreciate and love that support, guys. You guys are amazing. Just keep pushing, pushing, pushing. Braden with that super chat. Braden, thank you so much. What does the playlist look like? Your shoulders take up. So, Braden, to be honest with you, my playlist when I'm working out usually consists of Five Finger Death Punch on Pandora. And I need something heavy metal. If I'm lifting heavy, my things are all the way up to the point where as soon as my set's over, I have to take my earbuds out because it's so loud. But I need that extra pump to get me through there. And then while I'm doing cardio, honestly, I'm kind of a Nickelback fan, so I will listen to Nickelback while doing cardio. But a lot of the times, because I'm so ADHD, I need something more to distract my brain. So I'll just put my phone here and I'll just scroll social media. Just if I have a game I could play, I'll play a game. The whole idea of is just basically the ability to keep the mind busy while doing cardio. And if someone tells you your first don't matter. Thanks, Antonio. I appreciate that. What's up, Brandon? Dude, you look massive. Thanks, Brandon. From one Brandon to another Brandon. I appreciate that. Antonio, it's okay. Like, I was fat. Like, I was super fatty, fat. Like, I was 303. My cheeks were swollen out to here. My belly was out to here. I was in a 2 extra large t-shirt. And, like, I was wearing a 40 size waist. Like, all my clothes were 2X. My boxers were 2X. I had to go rebuy all my clothes. I was fat, man. I was fat. So at a certain point, I just decided that I have to do better for myself and my family. And that's when I started this journey. Again, Braden, I want to go back to you. Thank you so much for that super chat, man. I truly, truly appreciate that donation. Those things really, really push me and really make me want to keep streaming. It's really those small things. I truly appreciate it. Antonio, he says you're doing good now. I am now. And now I feel better. I feel stronger. I feel more confident. And just keep pushing it day after day after day. So since I challenged myself, so those that are new here, we got 21 people here. At this point, we probably have a bunch of new people. So what I'm doing right now is what's called 30 days of perfection. People are like, well, what does perfection mean? So for me, it's whatever's written on the calendar is what is perfection for me. So right now, I am doing a perfect diet, which consists of eating the same thing. So I eat 2 scoops of synthetic protein for breakfast with black coffee. And then for my next meal, I have 1 cup rice, 1 cup chicken, 1 cup broccoli. My next meal, I have 1 cup rice, 1 cup chicken, 1 cup broccoli. My last 4th meal, usually around 10 o'clock at night, is 4 whole eggs, 2 egg whites, some form of fruit, and a full cup of cottage cheese. Because cottage cheese has a casein protein, which is a slow digestive protein, which is what you want to eat before you go to bed if you're looking to build muscle and maintain muscle. So that's the diet. So perfection is following that diet every single day a week. 7 days a week, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, I will eat that diet for the next 30 days. Once in a while, I'll throw in some almonds, maybe a few pickles for just a little different flavor, but pretty much eat the same thing every single day. Hold on, I'll finish my rant in just a second, guys. Brandon's the best name out there, bro. There's nothing wrong with your journey. You fought hard and what you were doing. Thanks, Brandon. I appreciate that. And that's why I started streaming, because I had so many friends message me on Facebook, people I went to high school with, people I used to work with. They said, hey, I'm following your journey. Like, keep posting. Like, you're really motivating me. Like, keep posting stuff. Like, I appreciate it. Like, when I want to reach back, I was like, well, like my stuff, man. Show some support. Comment, like, say something. But I get all these private messages, probably 3 or 4 a week, from people saying, like, your journey has inspired me and I've lost 30 pounds. Your journey has inspired me, I've lost 60 pounds. And so I just keep going and keep pushing. And so, again, back to perfection, that's the diet. The other part of that is, well, you got to work out, right? So I lift heavy 5 days a week. So I do, Monday I did chest, Tuesday I did legs. Whoo, did I kill legs. Wednesday I did arms. Thursday I took off for a scheduled rest day. Friday I'm doing shoulders, traps, and abs. Tomorrow I'll do deadlifts and back. And then I'll do cardio 6 days a week. So I'll do cardio Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Took Thursday off, and then I'll do Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'll do 65 minutes of cardio every single day. This man is so hot, just saying. Thanks, I appreciate that, guys. If you haven't done it already, keep tapping that, keep smashing it, guys. We went from like 65 likes to 81 likes in like 3 minutes. Keep smashing that like button. Truly appreciate it. Share the live with your friend. Just show some support. I'm just out here trying to spread positivity out there. Life's hard, work's hard, school's hard. We all just need to be nice to each other. I would never be able to do that. You know, for me it works. I always joke that like sometimes I feel like I'm part autism, where I literally eat the same thing every single day. For me, I don't have to think about it. It's pre-made. My wife makes my meals usually ahead of time. And so it's like, boom, 10 o'clock, you eat this. Boom, noon, you eat this. Boom, 1 o'clock, you eat this. Boom, 4 o'clock, you eat this. Boom, 10 o'clock, you eat this. Just the same thing every single day. Like, there's no deviation. I don't have to think about it. I know what I'm going to eat. My meals are pre-measured out. Like, it's like clockwork. So, Jonathan, the thing for me is, wait, how much weight did you lose? Dark blood so far total, I've lost 80.4 pounds. In the last 9 days, in my 9 days of perfection, I've lost 14.4 pounds. So, I'm going to push myself for 30 days for perfection, which is the entire month, and see what I look like. My goal is, I came up with 3 goals for New Year's. My goal is to read 1 book a month, become a millionaire, and drop down to 10 to 12% body fat. So, I will hit all 3 of these goals without an option. I mistaked you for John Cena. John Cena's starting to look old in his old age. So apparently I'm getting old. How I would just stop eventually. So for me, I have good weeks and I have bad weeks. There's durations where I do great, and then there's weeks I struggle. You know, during the holidays, I had 17 days off. Told myself I was gonna eat whatever I want, enjoy holidays with my family. So I did. I ate cheeseburgers and cake and pizza and this. I gained like, I don't know, like 16 pounds in 2 weeks because I just gorged, ate everything. But it took me about a week now, and I've almost lost all that weight because a lot of it's gut weight, it's water weight, it's just all this like poor stuff in your guts. And so it's just fall off the wagon, get back on. Fall off the wagon, get back on, and just keep pushing. Good for you, man. I've only lost 30. Antonio, 30 pounds is a lot of weight, man. You don't understand. I go over there and pick up one of those 35-pound weights, and like 30 pounds is a lot of weight. The key is just to keep going and just keep pushing yourself. Don't make excuses. Like when you become comfortable being uncomfortable, that's when real change is made. Do I have any tips for losing weight? Yeah, Dark Blood. I need give me a little bit more information on you. How old are you? How tall are you? What are you doing? Like what's your goals? Like give me a little bit more information. I've got another 50 minutes on this treadmill, so I'm not going anywhere. I see that is. Sorry, Jonathan, I'm not sure what you're trying to say here. Say it again. 100%. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. You guys, all of the support has been awesome. Like I said, we jumped from like 85 likes from 65 likes to 84 likes in no time. So that was absolutely awesome. So keep tapping that screen. Again, thanks everybody for the super chat. Thanks everybody for the gym donations. You guys have been truly, truly amazing. God bless. I don't think I have any mods on right now, so if my man keeps preaching stuff here, oh, there we go. Oh. There we go, guys. Sorry about that. It's hard for me to try to do it while on the treadmill, and I feel like I turned the camera a little bit. I'm 32, weigh 180 pounds, 5'11". Well, I'll be honest with you, Dark Blood, that's not necessarily a bad weight for your size. That's definitely not a bad weight for your size. For my recommendation for someone like you is lift weights 5 days a week. Spend an hour in the gym a week, or spend an hour each day if you can. Go in, lift weights, and try to put on as much muscle as possible. When you put on muscle, it's going to burn fat while you're sleeping, while you're working, while you're driving your car. Lift weights. The more muscle you have on you, the more calories you burn throughout the day. So for like me, naturally at rest, if I don't lift weights at all, or if I don't do anything all day long, I just lay in bed, I would probably burn somewhere between 2,000 to 2,500 calories a day. You add in my daily work, my workouts, and everything, then it goes to like 4,000 to 5,000 calories a day. So the bigger you are, like these big, massive bodybuilders and powerlifters, like they're building or burning, 4,000 calories a day doing absolutely nothing. That's why they have to eat these massive, massive diets. And you're seeing them eat these massive meals 6 to 8 times a day because they have to fuel that massive frame. So lift weights, how I break my weights down, my lifts down, I do chest one day, I do legs one day. So chest, I do usually on Mondays, legs on Tuesday. Legs is the most important thing you can do. Squats is the most important exercise you can do. By squatting, it releases natural testosterone for males. So squat, release that testosterone, build your legs, and then that'll help build the rest of your body. So squat on Monday or Tuesday, get your legs in, leg press squats, hack squats, do stiff-legged deadlifts, Bulgarian split squats, and then you finish up with some like calf raises or something like that. But legs are easily the most important lifts, in my opinion. After legs, then you can do chest, then do backs. If you want to deadlift, you can deadlift. If not, focus on some like lat pull downs, bent over rows, seated cable pulls, and then you got your bicep tricep day, and then shoulders and traps. So, thanks, Will. Sorry, guys. The names are like this small, so it's hard for me to see sometimes. You do what? I'm going to lose weight, bro. Antonio, lose that weight, man. Good for you. Like, if that's what you want to do, keep pushing. You got this. Absolutely. If you guys ever have any questions, I always tell people, feel free to reach out. Comment on any of my video, any questions, and I will answer that question to the best of my ability. I used to be a certified personal trainer through ISSA. I basically gave up my life. I gave up my certificate because I didn't enjoy it. My full-time job is a social worker. Personal training was way too much like social work, and I didn't enjoy doing both. So I quit doing personal training because I went back to what I love, is working out for me and not for other people. How much have I lost? I've lost a total of 80.4 pounds. In the last 9 days, my 30 days of perfection, I've lost 14.4 pounds with another plan of losing another 12 pounds by the end of the month. So I started my most recent journey, January 1st at 236.8. I'm down to 222.4, and I want to drop down to 210 by the end of the month. I ride a bike all the time. Will it help me stay in shape? Is it good? Yeah, absolutely. Riding a bike or any kind of cardio, just move, get off the couch. It's that simple, guys. Get off the couch, go for a walk. One of the other things, if you work, park at the farthest parking spot and work, and walk into the building. I can add an extra 1,000 steps to work just by parking the farthest parking spot and walking into the building. So leave home an extra 5 minutes early, park farther out, walk in. I then have to walk out later, and then I come and go from the building 2 times, add an extra 1,000 steps into my day. The more you move your body, the more calories you burn, the more weight you lose. Hello from, sorry I missed that comment. Wow, how's it doing? Welcome Doze. Have you ever intermittent fasted? No, not a big fan of fasting. I don't want to lose any muscle, so I spent a long time putting on this muscle. Fasting can cause you to lose muscle because you're not having the carbs and protein throughout the day. I'm 51 and my abs are my biggest challenge. Well, abs are made in the kitchen, not in the gym. The best way for your abs to show is to be at a calorie deficit. So you have to remove your fat. So for me right now, I'm 14 to 16% body fat. That's why I like when I flex, you'll see my top abs, but the lower ones really struggle. Plus I have a bunch of extra skin down here. If I drop down to 10%, you'll start to see the abs throughout, and you'll start to see the V taper that comes down that, you know, all of us men really want, is that like V taper. So I got to get down to 10 to 12% body fat, which will roughly, for me, 10 to 12% body fat will be 205 to 210. So I'm 222. I need to drop 12 to 17 pounds to get down there. So that's the whole point of this 30 day of perfection. Is you a personal trainer? I was a personal trainer. Like I said, I was certified through ISSA. I used to teach classes at our local gym. I used to teach circuit classes. I used to teach individuals, but I quit doing it because I don't enjoy it. A lot of personal training is begging people to do better for themselves when they actually don't want to. They just feel better by paying somebody. Brandon, thank you so much. So guys, anytime you guys send a super chat, it pretty much takes over the whole screen. So if you guys want me to for sure answer your question, that's the number one way to do it. Just like Braden did that. Everything else everybody said kind of disappears. I bet you take the stairs instead of the escalator. 100% Braden. Anything I can do to add activity throughout my day is what I do. So 100% I take the stairs. 100% I take the long way around to do things. So when I used to do my cardio outside instead of on the treadmill, I was usually sitting right around. Sorry about that, guys. There we go, guys. Sorry, I hit that button on the side while trying to like braid. There we go. Yep. But the key, like I said, guys, the key is, again, moving as much as possible. And the more you move, the more calories you're going to burn. The more calories you burn, the more weight you're going to lose. So for me, I just try to move throughout the day. And so when I was doing my walking cardio outside, and I, carry my phone with me, then it would track all that. And I was right around like 1,400 steps a day. What job do you have? I'm a social worker. So I do a lot. Like I joke that I have like 5 jobs. So I work in both programs at my job. I work nights and weekends screening people inside of a hospital to determine if they go like psych inpatient or if they just need resources. I have my real estate license. Me and my wife self-manage 13 rental units that we own. So we do quite a bit. We stay busy. I have to run a mile in a little, I got dared. So running for me has always been easy. Like before I strained my quad, I was backed. I just started running for a couple months. I was running a 30-minute 5K. But guys, I'm going to ask you guys, we've got 22 beautiful folks on, 89 likes. Double tap those likes on there, guys. Let's see if we can get up to 100K likes tonight. That would be so cool to get up 100 likes. Are you 40? I'm 39. I will be 40 in April. So pretty close. Pretty close. Jimmy, how big is it? I don't know, something like that. I don't know. I think that's about right. Your head is tiny. Well, no, my chest is just massive. Thank you guys for those likes. We're up to 90 likes. That was so cool, guys. Let's keep double tapping that screen. Share the live out with your friends. I appreciate it. That's a weird thing to say, Jimmy. It's a weird thing for a man to say to another man. Super weird, bro. Super sus. As my kids would say, that's sus, bro. That's super sus. But I told myself for the New Year's I was going to lock in, and this was my goal, was to get down to 18 or to 10 to 12% body fat. Once I get down to 10 to 12% body fat, I'm going to go into a Dexcom scan, and so it can give me an accurate reading of where exactly my body fat is sitting. So I'm pretty excited to get that done. Super sus. If y'all new in here, double tap that screen, hit that like button, hit that subscribe, show some love. I would truly, truly appreciate that support. You guys have been truly amazing tonight. I feel like we're building a very quality community here of positive, like-minded people with a solid amount of trolls. I love trolls. Trolls are my kind of people. They make me laugh and give me the ability to create more content, which is funny. How do I test my body fat? So you can go, like there's certain places that have like Dexcom scans. And so I think the one in Grand Rapids is like $200, and they'll do a full body scan and they determine it. So there's different ways you can do scan or test. You could use a caliper, which they'll do like a pinch test, which isn't as accurate, but basically these Dexcom scans, they kind of do water, and there's a whole algorithm to it. So I'd be really curious to see like how it works. I just seen what Jimmy wrote. Yeah, right, Brett? It's kind of sus, huh? Yeah, Grand Rapids, Michigan is where the place I found was the closest one to me that has like a Dexcom scan. I dated a girl in Grand Rapids. Was she crazy? I feel like based on the size and the city of Grand Rapids, they'd probably be pretty bougie. But you know what they say about assuming about people. Yeah, she was crazy. See, I kind of got that vibe. That's too funny, man. That's all well too funny. Oiled up. Maybe later. We can make it weird. Like, stop. You guys crack me up. I seriously, I love it. Guys, I've been on this treadmill for almost 28 minutes, and I'm telling you, the distraction's out of this world. Nothing makes cardio easier than a solid distraction. I sit here, talk to you guys, 10 minutes goes by, 20 minutes goes by, and it's like, oh man, when I did cardio the other day with y'all, I could have easily did, an hour and a half, easily. All right, Grand Rapids. Brittany, I haven't done the ice baths in a while, I'll be honest, because it's been a little bit more difficult with it. And it's been a little bit more difficult because it's so cold outside. I'm worried that it's just going to freeze solid. I don't know how I'm going to deal with that. So I haven't, but I need to get back to it because it really helps with the inflammation. You hate treadmills less than Stairmasters. So for me, I prefer to do my cardio outside, especially when it's warmer out. If I can go outside and get some sun, I obviously walk without the shirt on, get some sun, get a tan, get that natural vitamin D, and it'll naturally make you feel better about yourself. But it's like 35 degrees in Michigan right now and dark as hell. So here we are on the treadmill doing the best we can. That's all we can do. I don't want to do too heavy of a cardio, like I don't want to go push myself too fast, because again, I try to keep my heart rate right around 135, heart rate of like 135 to 140, but really 130, 140 is like that fat burning zone, and so I purposely try to stick in a fat burning zone to not build or burn too much muscle. I do 4-mile tempo at 5 this morning, 3 times 100 this afternoon at 4. Alex, explain what you mean. You did 4 miles tempo at 5? Like, so for me, I do 4.3 miles. It takes me 65 minutes. So I do a 4-point speed, which is a 15-minute mile. I'm not sure what you mean by that. A 5-minute, good Lord. I can't do that. You should go to Philly and do the rock something. 4 miles in 20 minutes, that is a crazy pace. Did you ever play football? Yeah, Mason, I played football in high school. I played guard, end, and bench. Or guard, end and tackle. I sat at the end of the bench, I guarded the water bottle, and I tackled anybody that got near it. But in all seriousness, like I was telling people earlier, I was too embarrassed to focus on building my legs and stuff like that, so I wasn't strong enough to play line. I was 6'1", 181 pounds, and I was too slow to play anything else, so I was not. I played in tons and tons of basketball tournaments after high school, won a bunch of 3-on-3 tournaments, won some church leagues. I got pretty good at basketball, but I was not this size in high school. I was too embarrassed to lift, so I just didn't, and I never got stronger. So that was on me. I lacked confidence. So I'm telling you guys right now, don't worry about what the kids say. Focus on the gym, push yourself, get stronger, do calisthenics, you'll naturally get better, and you'll pass those popular kids just because you worked harder. It's that simple. I went max speed on the treadmill and didn't fall. Anastasia, nice. If I went max speed on the treadmill, I would pull a hip, groin, and everything else and wouldn't be able to walk for a few days. Do you have any tattoos? I don't have any tattoos. I joke around that like I would never get a tattoo because why do fame a perfect temple? They're not my thing. I think like Rhea Ripley, her tattoos, I think they look great. My wife has a tattoo of a 4-leaf clover. She was a 4-time cheerleading champion. It represents her birthday and the day her grandma passed. Perfect reason to get a tattoo. But people out here just getting tattoos to get tattoos because they want one, I think is nonsensical. Like if you're gonna get a tattoo, it should be for a reason because it's something forever. How much weight did you lose? I have lost 80.4 pounds total. Most recently, during my 30-day challenge, the first 9 days in, I have lost 14.4 pounds. So, started this challenge at 236.8, and I'm down to 222.4. And I want to keep going. It's not what people think, but what do you think about yourself? Yep. Would I get a tattoo of Donald Trump? No, because I want to get a tattoo of anybody. Again, tattoos are permanent. I swore everyone is a state champion in cheerleading. Yeah. So, actually, my wife, the town we live in now, you know, they had won 4 straight years, so she won all 4 years in high school. I'm scrawny, buddy. What up, Unc? What up, Unc? Saying I'm scrawny. Unc, I love people like you. People like you make me feel good about myself. Because I had to guess, you're probably sitting at home in your mom's basement, typing on your MacBook that you bought in, 2010. It's got little crusties over there from all your little Cheeto dust and your ramen noodles and your ballpark hot dogs. You're sitting there like, this is funny. Like, look at me. Let me tap away. Sitting there trying to figure out. Ooh, we found the line. I almost got really mean. Let me stop before I say something really mean. I almost said something real mean. I found the line where I gotta stop. Dude, how old are you? I am 39. I'll be 40 this year. So before we start going into the old and gray jokes, let me explain to you a little bit. First of all, I got fat, which makes your face puff out. Then when you lose the weight, it makes it sink in. I'm gray because I'm a social worker, and I work in Saginaw, which is one of the most dangerous cities in the world. So I have an incredibly stressful job, and I built a very successful business by working 60 to 80 hours a week because I grew up poor, like HUD housing and food stamps poor. So I had to really grind to build a very successful business, which will reach a net worth of roughly $1 million by the end of this year. But you got to grind to be able to do those type of things. They think they will hurt you. Brady, all these people know that like nobody's in here is going to come in here and say anything I haven't already said to myself. Like I'm my hardest critic. Like you can't hurt my feelings, but I'll hurt my feelings myself. Like I always question, have I done enough? Have I worked hard enough? Did I do enough exercises? Did I put enough hours in at work? Like I am my hardest critic every single day. So nothing anybody says in here is going to hurt my feelings. I wasn't going to say anything, but great. You're just nice gains. Thanks, Mr. Fortune. I appreciate that. And again, like I wasn't attacking anything. I just, all too often, like we somehow became so soft in society that the truth now hurts our feelings. Like I allowed me to abuse my body, which allowed me to gain a bunch of weight, which is why I have loose skin here, which is why like my face is sunk in here. Like it's the truth of it is. And now I put in the work, I've lost the weight, I feel better, but I got to keep pushing. Steroids, just kidding, looking good, bro. Keep up with the good work. I think about taking roids all the time. My wife won't let me. But no, I mean, I never would. But I think about it, like if I took roids, I'd have to turn sideways to walk through a door. I'd be one of those like massive dudes you see on IG that are all these influencers. Can we get a shout out for ice? Well, no, we definitely ain't talking about that in here. We definitely ain't talking about that. Ozempic works. Yo, Ozempic is, it's a whole vibe. If that's what people need to do to lose weight, good for them. I'm not on that. The only thing I take right now is pre-workout and protein shakes. Like, if people got to do that and it works for them, good for them. Guys, we just got to 100 likes. You guys are truly amazing. Thank you so much for that love and support. I truly appreciate it. We've lifted shoulders, traps, we've done abs. We are 36 minutes into the treadmill with another 30 minutes to go. I truly appreciate it. We've gotten 4 or 5 super chats. We've gotten some gems. You guys have been truly, truly awesome. If I had to guess, we probably got 20 plus new subscribers. This is what's up, guys. This is the community I want to build of people that come in here and just be positive, get rowdy, say some reckless stuff, have a good time, blow off some steam. That's what it's all about. Do you have a Hellcat? No, I don't, Jimmy. Sorry. I actually drive a small car because I'm cheap and I need good gas money. Thanks, EVD, new subscriber. I truly appreciate that. What's your order at Olive Garden? Man, don't go to Olive Garden very often, but probably shrimp Alfredo. Braden, I used to watch UFC back in the day, back when Anderson Silva was doing great things, and but I haven't watched UFC in a while. To be honest with you, I'm so busy. Most days, by the time I get home from work, lift weights, do cardio, it's 11 o'clock at night. It's time to make my next meal, and then it's time to go to bed. So I don't have a lot of time. You know, I spend 2 hours working out roughly every day. And then I work. I drive 15 minutes one way to work. And I work like 5 jobs. So between that, any extra spare time I have, I usually try to spend with my wife and kids, is really what it comes down to. Because I didn't come from money. I grew up, like I said, HUD housing and food stamps poor. My mom was a single mom raising 3 kids by herself. I grew up, my bedroom was just a mattress in the middle of the living room. And she did the best she could. And I just told myself I wanted to do better for my kids and my family. And this is where I'm out here grinding. I put myself through college. I got a degree in social work, started working, realized social work pays worth shit. So if social work pays worth shit, you just gotta work more hours. So I just started grinding out the hours. I had my house paid off. I decided that wasn't good enough, working, you know, so many hours a week. I refinanced my house, and then I started investing into real estate. How much weight did you lose? I've lost 80 pounds total. And since January 1st, I've lost 14.4 pounds since I started the 30 days of perfection. So that's what I'm really pushing right now. I have a buddy of mine at work following along the similar thing about eating healthy, doing cardio 6 days a week, and lifting weights 5 days a week. 30 days for perfection. I started posting every single day. I posted my weight and how I look. So go back through and watch the YouTube shorts. You guys can see the progression from day 1 to this morning of how my abs are more defined, my chest is more defined, my shoulders are more defined. So go through, take a look at it. Anderson Silva was still knocking people out on Jake Paul. Nice. Beast, thank you so much. Oh, is Jersey your nephew? No. Brittany, right now the chat's just wild, and right now, and some of them are coming in so fast. Guys, I'm missing a lot of the comments. So if you guys are asking like a specific question, re-put it in the chat because they're flying in pretty fast. Welcome up, Mr. Jack. How are you doing, man? Guys, if you're new in here, hit that subscribe button. We are over 100 likes, which is awesome. So hit that subscribe button. Show some support. I appreciate it. What's up, Elzer? How old are you? You look good and in shape. Jonathan, I will be 40 here in April. I'm 39. I was 303 pounds about 14, 15 months ago. I decided I no longer needed to be fat. I got embarrassed on a water slide. The weight limit on the water slide was 280 pounds. I went down anyways. I ended up flipping over, hurting myself, and said enough is enough. Time to do better. And I've been locked in since then. I've had some good days, I've had some bad days. I've had good weeks, good months, bad months. And since then, we've locked in overall, and I've lost 80 pounds, and I'll be 40 years here in the middle of April, and I'll be in the best shape of my life. So, but it took something like me getting hurt to decide I want to do better. Who should I bet on winning, Oregon or Indiana? All season long, I've wanted to bet against Indiana, but they keep proving me wrong, so I'd probably say Indiana. This is like when Kevin Gates. You do not look like you weigh that much in extra skin. Yeah, I was 303. My face was swollen. I mean, you can see extra skin down here. I have a lot of extra skin on my inner thighs from where I had there, but at this point I've done all the research, and if I can keep the weight off for a few years, sounds like a lot of the skin should absorb back in. So that's kind of my hope. My long-term hope is that if I can keep the weight off for a long duration, it'll start to absorb back up. Guys, we've got 33 beautiful folks on. 33 beautiful folks. Keep tapping that screen and hit that subscribe. And then not only hit that subscribe, but hit that alert button. So that way, whenever I go live, you guys can see, come in, show some support, have some laughs, have some encouragement. You know, we can crack some jokes. I truly appreciate that. We are 3 likes away from 110 likes. And if you want to make sure I read your question, if I miss it, if you send a super chat in, it's guaranteed for me to see it every single time. Jesus loves you. That's nice. Thank you. Good job. Inspirational. Thanks. I appreciate that. So do you think Spider quit when you're ready? Oh, Spider definitely went off the spout. Thanks, Jonathan. I appreciate it. He's lost a lot. Yeah, Brittany was here from the beginning where I was a 2-ton Tessie. You know, I made all the excuses that you guys are making, or I should say that a lot of people are making, that I don't got time to work out. I don't got time to eat healthy. I work too many hours. I got kids to take care of. I got to go to school. I got to do this. I made all the excuses you guys made. And I just drank pop and energy drinks, coffee with creamer, and I get cheeseburgers and french fries because food makes us feel good about ourselves when other things don't make us feel good. So we just eat our feelings. And because I was working so many hours, I was working 60, 70, 80 hours a week, 30 days in a row, 25 days in a row without days off. So I was eating my feelings to feel good about myself. I was eating when I wasn't even hungry. And I ballooned up. And I look back at those old pictures and I'm just disgusted. Like, I hated how I look. I cannot believe I did that to myself. Like this, I just lost all self-respect for myself back then. But now I got to keep going. How long do you walk for every day? I walk for 65 minutes. So 65 minutes at a 4-point speed. It's right around 4.3 miles. And I do a workout beforehand. So I do a full body, I do whatever exercise or whatever body group is that day. So today I did shoulders, traps, and abs. So I was about an hour and a half into this workout before I even hopped on the treadmill today. So because a workout usually takes me about an hour, abs takes me about 20 to 30 minutes. That's why I only do abs a few times a week, sometimes once a week. And then I hop on the treadmill for 65 minutes. So it takes a while. Hey, I have to lose 2 pounds for a wrestling event tomorrow. Do you have any tricks? Well, again, I'm not a big fan of telling kids to do this because I'm guessing you're probably a kid. But the best way to lose 2 pounds in 2 days is sweat. Sweat it out. Hop on the treadmill, throw a couple sweatshirts on, sweat out the water. Again, I don't like that idea with kids. I know they've changed a lot of those rules with kids and that because of all the stuff, but if you need to lose 2 pounds, that's the only way you're going to do it. You're not going to lose that much weight in 2 days. Unless you've been eating like crap, then if cut off the salts and sugars, and you might be able to lose some unhealthy gut health in a day. How did you end up going from personal trainer to over 200? So Braden, basically I build my business. And so I didn't want to live a normal life. I didn't want to be that person that worked until I was 65 and take 2 vacations with your family a year and like have 4 or 5 weeks of PTO and just, to me that's mundane. Like there's more to life than that. There has to be more. So I started doing some research and I started looking into things. I'm like, well, how can I retire early? Well, you retire early by creating passive income. Well, how do you create passive income? Okay, so you have to have money that makes money for you while you're not working. Well, what's the best ways of passive income? Well, real estate. So at that point, I had my house paid off. I think I had my house paid off at like 30, 35. I refinanced my house, pulled out a bunch of equity of it, started investing into real estate. I was working my full-time job, roughly 45, 50 hours a week. I was working my secondary job, 30 hours a week. I got my real estate license, so I was doing that. So I was putting in 60, 70, 80 hours a week. I hated my life because I was working so much, so I just ate my feelings. I drank pop, but I built a successful real estate portfolio in that duration while I was working an absorbent amount of hours for 2.5 years. So I built my net worth from roughly 200K to well over 900K in a 3-year period, but my body was the one that sacrificed during it. So I went from 0 rentals to 13 rentals in a 3-year period, but I had to sacrifice my body to do it. And now my business is running very successfully. Now it's time to get back on my health, so that way I can be around for the long term. Would you rather get Cleveland? Wow, not answering that. Best stream I've scrolled on. Thanks, Lutu. I appreciate that, guys. We're up to 113 likes. This is like almost 50 likes more than we had on our last live. So I truly appreciate that. Again, if you want me to for sure be able to read your question, send it as a super chat. You guys have been truly amazing. I'm really curious once I end this live how many new subscribers we got. If I had to guess, probably 50 or probably over 30. Whew. Damn, I went back and looked. You have made gains. Unc, you went back and looked. Did you go back far? If you go back like a year, belly out to here, extra large or 2XL. I was saying extra large. I was 2XL shirts, 2XL pants. I was fat. Like I was thicker than a Snickers. Yeah, I was fat, wasn't I, man? Nice boobs. Thanks. Welcome in, Sab. Welcome in, Jason. Welcome in, Kramer. Go visit Diamond Gym in New Jersey. What's that, man? What's my bench? If my man spells that out, we need to block him. Come on, guys. There's all about acting a fool, but that's too much. My max bench right now, if I had to guess, is probably 360. I don't max out very often. No, that ain't cool. That's why I blocked him. I'm all about trolling and saying some crazy stuff, but there's a line, and that's not cool, man. That's not cool. So, 8-9. 8-9 maybe comes in here with the 6-7. You got 8-9. You know, I think if all of us grown folks start doing the 8-9 after the 6-7, maybe the kids won't think it's cool anymore. But yeah, if I had to guess, my max bench is probably 360. The other day, I benched 305 for a set of 4, pretty easy. I'm guessing I could have probably done 315 for a set of 4, but I didn't push it. It was my 4th set. I do 4 sets of flat, and so kind of wish I would. So next Monday, I'll try and see if I can get like 415 for a set of 4. My best bench ever was 395, but that's all raw. I use wrist straps just to protect my wrist, but not using any elbow straps, any bench shirt, anything like that. So just straight raw. 395 was the best I ever had. I'm sorry, I'll stay longer. That's all right, Brittany. Thank you. I appreciate it. Nice chest. Thanks. I appreciate it. Welcome in from Italy. Sorry, I'm not sure how you say your name. I came in to troll. Now I'm proud of you. Thanks, Unc. Appreciate that, man. You guys would be surprised how many people come in here to troll and they stay around long term because the vibes are just where they're at. The vibes are where they're at. I am pale, Nebula. And you want to know what's funny about that, Nebula? I actually have I have the black card at Planet Fitness, and I was going to start tanning, but then I heard so many negative things about tanning and, you know, prolonged skin cancer and your skin getting wrinkly and old age, and I kind of got scared, but I am very pale, and the problem is I'm very freckly, so my skin pigmentation kind of sticks in certain areas. Big Daddy, man. Thanks. I like that. You do have a good person vibe. Thanks, I appreciate it. Jace with those gems. Appreciate that. Nice tits. I know, aren't they? I'm very handsome. I try to be. Thank you guys for those gifts. I truly, truly appreciate that. Guys, the gifts in the super chat have been fire today. We're up to 116 likes. Keep double tapping that screen. Hit that likes. Share the live out. Oh, man. Is this the same kid doing the same thing? Sorry guys, usually I have a couple mods on, whether it's my wife or Susie or other people, and we block those type of people. We ain't about that life in here. Wait! You know what's funny? I think I just blocked my own account. That's funny. Oh no, okay, I see what happened. Can I be a mod? No, I have mods. W workout, kick it up. So Jeffrey, I have my stuff's already pre-planned. Like I keep at 4-point speed. Almost fell off the treadmill, guys. Do you guys see that? My heater just kicked on back there. It's hotter than Hades down here. You can see me sweating more now. So I purposely keep it at a 4-point speed, and I'll test it right now. So I keep my heart rate right around 330 to 130 to 140. But I'm gonna stop talking for a minute, guys, so I can get an accurate heart rate. So give me just a second. All right, my heart rate is 135, which is perfect. Someone said, what's my cheat meal? So right now I'm doing 30 days of perfection, so I will not be cheating on my diet for 30 days. But usually my cheat meal consists of taking my wife and kids out to eat. So we might go to B-Dubs and then get ice cream afterwards. Like my cheat meals usually consist of like 7,000 calories. Like I gorge and I go all in, like no joke. I'll eat as much as to make me sick because I know it's the only time I'm going to eat great food during that time. So, hello, bro. We are literally like in the same spot in our journey. Samuel, tell me more, man. I would love to hear about it. So, I've lost 80 pounds. I'm 30 days of perfect right now. I'm down to about 14 to 16% body fat. My abs are starting to show. I want to get down to 10 to 12% body fat. I'm really killing it right now. And, I'm really killing the cardio and everything. So, you look like Flex from the Stray Kids. I don't know what that is. But yeah, my goal right now is to drop down to about 210 and kind of see where I look like. So, throughout this whole goal, for me, I get somewhere and then I'm not happy. So, I was 303, got down to 270. I'm like, dang, that's 30 pounds. Fat. Got down to 260. 43 pounds down. Fat. Got down to 240. I'm like, okay, that's 63 pounds. I'm like, fat. You're still fat, bro. Like, nowhere. Keep going. Drop down to, 230. I'm like, okay, you're starting to look okay. You look a little bit better. You can take your shirt off outside and not be, disrespectful. And it's just keep going, keep going. And so I'll be honest with you, I don't know if it'll ever be good enough. Like, because I want to push my body to its max limits. And so that's what this 30 days of perfection is about, is pushing my body to max limits. Like the best I've ever stayed perfect on my diet is 13 days. So 13 days, then I'll have a cheat meal, and then I'll start over again, do another week to 2 weeks, another cheat meal. So this time I'm avoiding the cheat meal all throughout. No cheating for a straight 30 days, just to see what we can do. When we stop making excuses, we stop saying why we can't, you lock in for 30 days, you come up with a plan, you follow that plan to the T, see what the human body can do. If you guys haven't looked already, go back and look at day 1 of how I looked versus how I looked this morning in just 9 days. Now imagine what's going to happen in another 22 days, what I will look like. I lost around 40 to 50 pounds, gained about 10 pounds during the holidays. Samuel, want to know what's funny? So I was down to 219 before the holidays. I ballooned from 219 to 236.8 because I ate like trash. But I was okay with it. I was okay eating like trash because I knew my ultimate goal is to get to the body weight I want to get to by April. Because April, starts to get warm here in Michigan. what is it? April, January, February, April, like April, May is when you start to get to like maybe taking your shirt off. So I knew I had a few extra months to get to where I wanted to be. So I was going to eat whatever I wanted during the holidays. Can you please give me advice on trying to look like you? Tony, how old are you? And what are you trying to do? Thanks for subbing, guys. I appreciate it. Sorry, guys, I missed several of the comments. Re-put them in the chat. Keep tapping that screen. Need one more like to get to 120 likes. If you haven't done so already, beefcakes? Thanks. Lassa, I'm glad I'm not the only one. During the holidays, I gained weight. Yeah, but the thing is, Sandra, I knew I was going to do it, and I was okay with it, and I already had a plan written in my head for how I was going to get out of it. Like New Year's Eve, I had a half a glass of champagne because I knew I was locking in on the first. So I couldn't allow myself to drink, have a hangover, because then that's that first excuse in the new year. Don't want to start the new year with an excuse. So I locked in, had a half a glass of champagne, boom. First, we dieted, we did our cardio, we lifted weights. Boom, we took off, and we've been going since then. So since January 1st, I've lost 14.4 pounds. 2026 is the year that guys reach our goals. 100%. You got any tips for mental health? Please respond. Lips boy, you actually just hit the jackpot. So Lips, fun fact about me, my number one job is I'm a social worker. And then my other backup job is I work in a hospital and I screen people for mental health to determine if they need psychiatric inpatient or if they just need resources out. So hit that subscribe button. And the number one thing I'll do here is positive vibes. Because sometimes if you're dealing with depression, anxiety, things like that, positive vibes is the best thing you can get. Thank you so much for that gift, Cardio or Caroline. I truly, truly appreciate it. Yep, Andrew's not wrong. Speak to a therapist, talk about your problems, get out of your house, hang out with friends, get outside, get natural sunlight. And then if you need meds, absolutely talk to a provider about maybe getting some kind of meds. Working out and running helps a lot with mental health. Absolutely, Samuel. My depression was through the roof when I was fat. When I was 303 and everything in life was harder, I was depressed, my anxiety was increased, I was drinking too much caffeine. Caffeine increases anxiety. When you start doing better, you start feeling better. Is Michigan like Pennsylvania, the sense of which you wear shorts and t-shirt? Yes, 100% Braden, yes. It was 55 degrees outside earlier. I had my windows down. I mean, I had a hoodie on, but I had my windows down because it was gorgeous out here. You got this, LJs. Like, hit that subscribe button, man, and then hit that alert on. Whenever you see pop on, these positive vibes I'm telling you will really help. I used to follow a streamer that streamed Fortnite. Her name was like Happy Gal. She's got a really big following on like TT. Like her positive vibes usually just sometimes would make me feel better. I'd just sit there and watch. She was funny. She cracked jokes. It was overall a good time. It really helped. Sunlight helps a lot. That's why when I do my cardio outside, when it's nice out, I'll walk outside. You get that sunlight, you put the music in your ears, you know, live your best life. And then I was even walking when it was dark out, when it was like 70 degrees at like 9 o'clock at night, the moonlight. Oh my gosh, guys, there's no better feeling. I'm a teen, 113 pounds, 4'11". So Tony, you're a teen, like 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. It really, my advice depends on how old you are. Like, so give me, like, are you like 13, 14, 15, or are you like 16, 17, 18? Because that's the difference in how I'm going to give my advice to you. I know you got this. What's the largest animal on Earth? Then I'll sub. An elephant? It's got to be an elephant, right? Elephant's got to be the biggest. Guys, we are 69 or 39. Can't talk. 59 minutes into cardio. 6 minutes to go. Thank you. I appreciate it. Well, Hillnong, that's a weird thing to say. Whales. That's stupid. Yeah, you're right. I guess I was thinking of playing animals. 13, 14, 15. So for you, I would, if you want to start working out, do sets of 12, pretty much everything, because you don't want to lift too heavy at a younger age. Start drinking some chocolate milk. Chocolate milk is great for younger kids, for protein. I'm not going to encourage young kids to start taking any kind of creatine or supplements or even pre-workout. Like, go to the gym, do 16 sets of whatever workout you're going to do that day, 12 to 16 sets. Crush it, go 5 days a week, drink some milk, eat some hamburger, chicken, up your protein, and then see what happens in 6 months. It's really that simple when you're that age. Womp womp the blue whale. Don't want to give out info. Tony, I just told you, man. That was. Yeah, no, Tony, I respect that. Yeah, absolutely. Don't tell me how old you are. But again, if you're like 13, 14, 15, that's my advice. But if you're like 17, 18, 19, then you can start lifting like a man, essentially. And that's a different conversation. I want to gain weight. I'm 37, 120. Good day. I smoke cigarettes. And, well, if you want to gain weight, same advice I just gave the younger kid. Chocolate milk. Chocolate milk's high in protein, high in calories. It's a great way to gain weight. Drink a lot of chocolate milk. Seriously, guys, I'm not even joking. Peanut butter and chocolate milk is the best way to gain weight. Especially Jif peanut butter because it's super high in sugar and carbs. Tons of peanut butter sandwiches, peanut butter jelly sandwiches, and chocolate milk. A massive amount of calories for people trying to gain weight, and it has a good source of protein. 2 peanut butter sandwiches with a 16-ounce glass of chocolate milk, you'll hit 50 grams of protein, and you might hit damn near 800 to 1,000 calories in that meal. If you're looking to gain weight, it's perfect. Also, please don't starve yourself. The best thing you can do is stick to it. Yep, Andrew, and that's what I do. I eat the same thing every day. I eat 2,000 to 4,000 calories, or 1,900 to 2,100 calories every single day. Guys, if you haven't noticed already, please hit that subscribe button. I would truly appreciate that support, and then double tap that screen. Hit that like button. It doesn't cost you anything, and it really helps support the channel grow. I also throw in nuts like cashews and almonds. Andrew, almonds are perfect. Almonds are really heart healthy. They're great. Cashews are a little bit on the fattier end, but again, if you're trying to bulk, not a problem. Dude, if you have any information on actually how to lock in and get into the gym with my dad, because me and him want to start working out together this year. Brooke, so comment on one of my videos. I'll kind of go into it right now, but comment on one of my videos so we can continue this conversation afterwards. So the biggest part of locking in is stop making excuses. So come up with a plan. Say you've never gone to the gym before. Come up with a plan. Look at your work schedule, his schedule. Say at best we can do is Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We both got to work at 5. We're going to meet at the gym at 5:30. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. No matter what happens, how you feel, you show up Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Remove the idea of I'm going to be motivated. Replace it with I'm going to be dedicated. It's on the schedule. Put it in your calendar. Write it down in your notebook. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I'm going to show up. So you start going Monday, Wednesday, Friday. You do that for a month. You're like, man, I feel good. This is great. Like, Tuesdays is now opening up a little bit. Maybe Tuesday morning we can meet at 8 o'clock in the morning. So Tuesday morning, now you're adding at 8 o'clock in the morning. Now you're up to 4 days a week. And then you're like, well, Saturdays, I don't want to work on the weekends. I want to take that off because I want to blah, 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 blah. Well, now I'm going on Saturdays because I feel good. Now you're at 5 days a week. Now you're working out 5 days a week. You've locked in. You stopped making excuses. You came up with a schedule and you stuck to that. Like for me, my diet's the same thing every single day. I don't have to think about what I'm eating, when I'm tired, when I'm exhausted, when I don't feel it. All I know is I'm going to eat rice, chicken, broccoli at 1 o'clock, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. At 4 o'clock, I'm going to eat rice, chicken, and broccoli. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Every single day. I'm going to have a protein shake for breakfast, and I'm going to eat eggs and fruit and cottage cheese for dinner. Every single day. I don't have to think about it. It's one of those things every day now that's removed as a task in my life because I'm eating the same thing. So write up a routine. I know what lifts I'm going to do. I know what cardio I'm going to do. I know when my rest day is going to be. Plan it out. Put it in your schedule and lock in and stop making fucking excuses. See, I covered that up, so I muffled it. I'm cutting. I eat 1,900 calories as well. I'm just giving advice for those. Yeah, absolutely, Andrew. So, Andrew, actually, it's funny. Like in the beginning of this, I actually was doing 5 meals. I had an extra protein shake in there. So I was roughly 2,400 calories, 2,500 calories a day in the beginning, and I wasn't cutting. So after I lost the first 40 pounds, I had to cut out that meal. And when I cut out that extra meal is when I really started hitting the numbers I wanted to. So I was pretty excited about that. Brooke, start light, sustainable, 3 times a week, 30 minutes. See, Andrew literally said the exact same thing I said without us even talking to each other. It's chicken, rice, and beef. It doesn't matter, beef or chicken, it doesn't really matter for bulking. Yes, sir, thank you. I'm so So much love. Much to subscribe. Thanks, Brooke. I appreciate that. You look weak for you, virgin. I'm guessing that's virgin, but you spelled it wrong. Shout out, my friend. My clock. Good one. Good one. Good one! I ain't even mad, brother. You got me. You got me, man. That was a good one. That's pretty funny. All right, guys. Let's look at this. All right, guys. Look at, we're at 65 minutes. We've already done legs, or we've already done shoulders, traps, abs. We've been working out for 2 hours and 40 minutes. Good Lord, we've been out here a while, guys. So, Aaron, you owe me a subscriber now that you got me to say something inappropriate on my live stream. That's the rules, man. You ain't the first one, and you won't be the last one. But I am definitely hungry, guys. This guy's amazing. Thanks, Brooke. I appreciate that. It's all about locking in. I'm telling you, y'all can do it. Everybody can do it. I'm nothing special. I'm not taking a pill. I'm not taking a shot. I'm not doing anything. Look, you guys, I almost fell over. Good Lord. I ain't doing anything special. Y'all can do it. I promise you. It's just about making that decision to lock in. And it's just writing a schedule and following that schedule. Stop making excuses. You got time to doom scroll your Facebook. You got time to doom scroll Netflix. You got time to read a book. You got time to talk on the phone to your friends. You got time to do all these things. Lock in, start working out for 30 minutes a day, you know. And people, I don't have any equipment. I don't care. You have a cell phone, don't you? That cell phone has Wi-Fi. You could find 9 million different workout videos that you just follow along with on YouTube. Put it on your phone. Most of us have some kind of streaming system on our TV. Go to YouTube, put on a streaming service. Beachbody, I think it's like $15 a month. And you'll have 9 million different workouts. You don't have any equipment. You just stand in the middle of your living room. I've done it in an apartment complex before back in the day. I used to do T25 and I used to do insanity workouts in an apartment complex. Like, there's no excuses not to do it. The only excuse is like, you're just making excuses. It is what it is. Hey, watching from Ohio. Welcome in, Ohio girl. Guys, if you haven't done so, I need one more like to get up to 130. That would be pretty cool. Let's max out at 130. And then hit that subscribe button for that support. I truly appreciate it. Oh, what up, Sasquatch? Nibis says true. My dad is 40 and I'm 14, so I don't think I can go to a local gym. Actually, Brooke, depending on where you're going, like most YMCA's, LA Fitnesses and things like that, you can go to. I know like Planet Fitnesses, you have to be at least 18, but a lot of these local gyms will allow you to go in. So I would just definitely check and see what they are. I know like the YMCA doesn't really have an age limit. God loves me, thanks. But I don't know, you're saying about you don't need all the equipment. Brooke, you don't really need it because again, you could, if you guys have any kind of streaming service, you could download Beachbody and watch it on your TV, and it's going to tell you, it's literally, you're just going to follow along. Like look up Shaun T. It's SHAUNT, and he does the insanity workouts, and people make, I lost a crap ton of weight just doing that, and it doesn't take any equipment, doesn't anything. You just follow along with the video. You hit play, you do it the best you can. You never stop the video. You don't pause the video, and then at the end of the 40 minutes, you stop. And then the next day you'll be a little bit stronger, and the next day a little bit stronger, and the next day, and then before you know it, 30 days into it, you're now shredded, and you feel better about yourself. Thank you so much. I'm going to say William for that makeup brush. I truly appreciate it. What sports do you like? Big football fan, big basketball fan. I like hockey. I pretty much watch all sports, baseball. Pretty big Tigers fan. Red Wings. Huge Michigan football fan. So big sports fan all around. Planet Fitness did a summer pass for high schoolers. Braden, I actually have I have the black card for Planet Fitness. It was the first gym membership I've had in probably over 5-6 years. But it's great because Planet Fitness, like it's $25 plus I get the hydro bed. You could tan if you want. You have the ultra red light machine. There's tons of stuff to do it, and Planet Fitness is getting better and better equipment by the week. Like, so I used to be the biggest naysayer and poo-pooer of Planet Fitness, the lunk alarm. the Planet Fitness I work out in Saginaw, there's, you know, girls wear whatever clothes they want. Like they're Planet Fitness back in the day, they used to kick you out. They used to have pizza there. They served donuts, they had Tootsie Rolls. They got rid of all that crap and got back to the basics of like, go there, work out, feel better about yourself, and go home. So I love the Planet Fitness where I'm from. Welcome in from the UK. Welcome in, Andrew. How you doing, buddy? All right, guys. I appreciate all the love today. Guys, we've been on here for almost 3 hours. I burned a ridiculous amount of calories. I'm super hungry. I'm going to go weigh myself because I bet you I probably even lost more weight today. So I've lost 80 pounds total. I've lost 14.4 since I started this 30-day challenge. I appreciate and love the support. I'll be back tomorrow, guys. Maybe 11, 12 o'clock. We'll kind of see what happens. But definitely hit that like button, hit that subscribe. Braden, not now, but the one in Lansing, I set the local alarm off, and they have asked me to change my shirt because I had just a random cutoff shirt on, and they told me I have to wear like a regular shirt. So like this one up here, I can wear a cutoff shirt, I can wear a tank top. There's girls walking in with just sports bras on, girls that have shorts up to here. Like they don't care. We're all in here just to work out and to feel better about ourselves. It doesn't matter what you wear. And so it's a completely different vibe than how it is now. But all right, guys, I'm going to get off here. I appreciate that love and support. If you haven't done it already, hit that subscribe button. And then definitely hit that alert button so that way when I go live, you guys can see it. You guys have an amazing time, and hopefully I'll see most of y'all tomorrow. Bye.